What's going on, you guys? We're back with another video. Today we checking on some other stuff. What's going on? 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 We're gonna change the mic sound, you guys. Hello, 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 we back. Let's check how this sounds. Hello, 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 we back. Let's check how this sounds. Hello, hello. That don't sound too bad, you guys. So we just gonna go with this. Yeah, we just gonna go with this. But we're gonna check out this video right here, cause this is what I was watching. We're gonna check out
percentage-wise, why he
of Charlie Kirk, cause we got nothing better to do right now. And we're gonna start about where, cause there's another shooter now that just shot up police, and he was talking about it. So we're gonna start from right here.
rent probably hadn't been paid. And who knows, maybe Tyler Robinson was the main provider of that rent. I mean, they had a romantic relationship.
So there's another shooter that shot and killed some ICE agents, or some people being exported through ICE right now, and the dude killed himself afterwards, or he self-deleted afterwards. But yeah, it sounds like the dude. Here's the kicker, though. The dudes used some of the same tactics that Charlie Kirk's killer used, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Who cares? Oh yeah, here you go.
Sympathy and support appear absent. A sobering reminder: actions have consequences. And you see her here.
So basically, if y'all didn't just hear that because it did cut off, the audio wasn't there. But what happened was Tyler Robinson, or no, what he did, he wrote bullets. He wrote names on bullets, and this other guy wrote ICE people on bullets, or ICE agents on bullets, and went to kill ICE agents but missed and killed a bunch of innocent people getting extradited. And these are not very old people, y'all. These are like people in their 20s and so on. And this is just gonna keep happening. If it's gonna keep happening, if it's not, then hopefully it'll ease up a little bit. But I don't even know what's going on. There's another thing he was talking about. We're gonna listen to that too, since it's finally playing. But see, the shooter injects ice into these bullets. Just like Tyler Robinson did. So that's why he's talking about this. But let's continue on.
Population of the earth. What an idiot. Thankfully, no ICE agents were harmed. Moving on to the final thing.
Still.
Let me tell you about this woman and the awful things she did and the awful, awful consequences she's getting as a result of it. And she's having a rude awakening. Listen, breaking update here. Arkansas activist Carrie Rollo, the woman who vandalized a Charlie Kirk memorial outside of the Bentonville courthouse, is facing the full weight of consequences. After losing her job, she has now been evicted from her home and is reportedly pleading online for financial help. But so far, sympathy and support appear absent. A sobering reminder, actions have consequences. And you see her here, very happy in her little house. And then in the bottom ones, oh man, F you, I'm gonna stick my little middle finger up. Yeah, I'm shooting birds. You stink. Yeah, screw you. You've been evicted, lost your job, you can't pay for anything, you suck.
Oh, dang.
That's kind of what happens when you just coldly, heartlessly celebrate the death of any human.
Yeah.
Go figure. So there's a little feel-good news for you. Now, I do have more. Florida man says
This girl was fired because she basically because she vandalized the Charlie Kirk memorial, and now she's being fired because of it. And she's just tweeting out her apology, or she's tweeting out "screw you guys," according to this guy. Let's read exactly what the tweet said. I know he already read it, but let's read it again, because I didn't really hear him read it. I gotta read something myself to really hear it. Oh, this is just breaking. Arkansas activist Carrie Rollo, the woman who vandalized a Charlie Kirk memorial outside the Bentonville courthouse, is facing the full weight of consequences. After losing their job, she has now been evicted from her home and is reportedly pleading online for financial help. But so far, sympathy and support appear absent. And there's her there's her saying "screw you" to whoever. And so yeah, that's what happened there.
a sobering reminder, actions have consequences. And you see her here, very happy in her little house. And then in the bottom ones, oh man,
That was like a church.
F you, I'm gonna stick my little middle finger up. Yeah, I'm shooting birds. You stink. Yeah, screw you. You've been evicted. Your job. You can't pay for anything. You suck. That's kind of what happens when you just coldly, heartlessly celebrate the death of any human. Go figure. So there's a little feel-good news for you. Now, I do have more. Florida man says he has trademark approved after he allegedly acquired rights to Charlie Kirk's, quote, Turning Point USA merch. part of the proceeds will go to Black initiatives and Planned Parenthood, which didn't turn out too well for him. Here's his claim right here on the video.
Figure I'd make the same type of video because I bought the merchandise rights to Turning Point USA as well as the toy rights. I did that. I bought the Alligator Alcatraz. I bought the Turning Point USA a few months ago when I first started this journey, and it just now went from pending to active. So we officially own the Turning Point USA merchandise rights. Peace.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want?
Well, that's cool. If they really was able to get the rights, that's cool. And that's all on Charlie Kirk's family, bro. Because didn't he own the rights? If he didn't, then that's all on them.
Going to go to Black pilot programs, Planned Parenthood for abortions and things like that. A lot of stuff Charlie didn't like.
He goes on to say, next week, cease and desist should go out. We will see how they want to play it. Now,
wait, hold up. So, he got the rights. It seems like they didn't like it. So they sent out a cease and desist. Is it because of the Planned Parenthood and all that? Because that'd be crazy if they canceled it. Because if they gave it to him and then canceled it because of his views on how he was going to take it, now that's crazy. Especially if it went actively through. How is this going to work out?
all I have to say about this is, yeah, I'm no legal expert. I'm not a lawyer, but pretty sure that's not how this works, buddy. And also, I don't even know if I believe you in the first place. The ceilings of your home and your dwelling look very low. They look quite close to the top of your head. And I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, if you can't afford ceilings that don't almost scrape the top of your noggin, I don't think you could afford the rights and toy rights and patents and copyrights of major.
He could just be good at managing his money. And I see Pablo got the whole daggone setup going on, so he's set for life probably. But he probably just worked up, and now he's got something he wants to spend it on. That's how I would view it.
Brands and corporations. And also, just looking at you, I ain't gonna lie, personal opinion, you look like you just make stuff up. I genuinely feel like you're making stuff up. But anyways, tell me what you think about that. And also, side note, I was just thinking about the update with Tyler Robinson.
Here's my comments to all the YouTubers, bro. This is my comments. I don't get down in the comments and write comments. I'd rather make a video on it. So, before any YouTuber comes at me for using that content, if you do want to take me down, go ahead and take me down. That's fine. I'm not trying to abuse your content. But this is my comments to the video. This is how I comment. I'm not finna go down there in the comments and write stuff and never get seen. I'd rather make a video about it and just talk about it. And I know the same thing's gonna happen to the video, but at least it's more productive, at least something to do, rather than just sitting there making comments on YouTube videos all day. And nothing against people that make YouTube comments, because we need the comments. People that make YouTube videos need the comments to know where to make their YouTube videos and how to make their YouTube videos.
Roommate, who's known to be a furry, just someone who likes to dress up as an animal for weird fetish sexual reasons. If he's gone missing, why has nobody checked the local pound?
Bruh.
I mean, it's It's possible he's dressed up as a dog or a parakeet. And he's been turned into the local pound. I don't know. Maybe check there. Check there. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. But finally, I'll leave you with this. I've seen this in quite a few places, quite a few posts. It is verified. But I'll let you know now. This post from Colin Rugg on X, it says, the night before Charlie Kirk was murdered, Erica Kirk called a friend to come over to their house to pray for Charlie after a feminist website called Jezebel paid witches on Etsy to curse him, according to Megan Kelly. Jezebel bragged just 2 days before Charlie was assassinated about how they paid for, quote, multiple curses to punish him. One of the curses was reportedly paid for on August 23rd, and the witch promised that, quote, results would be noticed in 2 to 3 weeks. Charlie was killed 2.5 weeks later.
See, that's the scary part, you guys, because a witch can put a curse on you all the fuck they want, and the police can't do shit about it. Can't you do shit about it unless you know who it is? Unless you know magic. Bro, that's the scary part. Because you could even have a curse on you not even knowing it. What if they didn't know it? And like they did know it and they still couldn't prevent it. So it's like, and that's ultimately, I mean, the shooters ultimately what led to the killing, but the magic could have had a big impact on it, and people don't even realize it. And that's probably what triggered all of this shit, was having that magic placed on them, and made people want to act that didn't want to act before. Now they're cursed, being possessed and all this other shit, and they feel like they can just do whatever they want.
Erica and Charlie Kirk heard about these curses, and that news genuinely rattled Erica in particular, Kelly said. So much so that she and Charlie contacted a friend and asked him to come over and pray with them over Charlie the night before he was murdered. Pure evil, she says. Wow. And, you know, I'm not here to get into beliefs, and I don't really get into religion or politics. I try not to, but
it's not religious.
What happened was tragic, and I will take that stance and stand by that. And I don't, you may believe in that stuff or you don't, but my point is the fact someone spent their hard-earned money to pay witches to, stir their little big black pots with, smoky green liquid and just cast a spell. And it's great. I mean, listen, I do believe in manifestation. I mean, however you think it is, whether it's prayer or whether it's, these weird little witchy little spells, and you think, if I just add a few raven tears and a few worm turds and stir it all up, I'll make a potion that kills Charlie Kirk. I don't know. I don't know. But the timeline is preposterous, I will say. I'll leave you with that. There's your day-to-day update on the Charlie Kirk situation. And I'll be back with more because I'm sure they'll keep coming. Hope you enjoyed it. And right here is where you can catch the least ridiculous, but it's hard to differ. Listen, I see a lot of different crazy stuff. I have to differentiate and kind of just pick and choose what I feel is newsworthy and worth reporting to you, because I try to stray away from just ridiculousness. But man, when it's something as big as this, there is a lot of ridiculousness, and then there's a lot that should be mentioned, and so I do my best, and I hope you appreciate that. And And I appreciate you if this is where you get your news and updates about Charlie Kirk, and I promise to keep giving them to you all the way to the end until we see it through. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Look, there's a huge difference.
So that's the update on the Charlie Kirk shit. Or the shooting him. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say shit. I'm used to just saying that. I should change that, but that's the update on the Charlie news. Charlie Kirk news. Let's check this out, you guys.
This facility. Targeted violence. That's how the FBI is describing this morning's shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas. One ICE detainee was killed. 2 others were hurt. And tonight, we're working to get answers to some big questions,
including who the victims are. The Mexican consulate now says one of the wounded is a Mexican national. We're getting new reaction from political leaders and immigration lawyers and learning how the suspect was able to take aim at the building.
We do know the suspect, 29-year-old Joshua John, died of a self-inflicted gunshot.
See, so he's died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. My question is, what lawyers are involved in this? Because do lawyers just get involved anyway? When, like, if it's not a case, right? What's the lawyers involved in? I know it's because the victim is no longer here. So how is, the shooter is no longer here. So how is this a case?
Wound. Now we're learning more about who he was. We have team coverage for you tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Cynthia Izaguirre.
And I'm Chris Lawrence. Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez helped break this story more than 15 hours ago. And our senior political reporter Jason Whiteley is here to give us a lot more insight and context.
And we also have a team of reporters digging into every detail about what happened today, from the suspect's history to the impacts this has had on the immigrant.
They got a whole team. We about to get some information in this video.
Community, particularly the people we spoke with at the scene.
Let's start where it all unfolded around 6:40 a.m. Kevin Reese is live outside the facility along 35 near Mockingbird Lane. The suspect fired from a nearby rooftop, but Kevin, there's still a lot to learn.
There is a lot to learn, but there are a lot of things that we do know tonight, including this location, the location of the sniper's nest, this 3-story building behind me, an immigration attorney's office. He was on the rooftop, giving him an unobstructed view of his targets. Early Wednesday afternoon, the FBI removed evidence from the roof of an immigration attorney's office where they found the shooter dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Google Earth gives us the early morning vantage point he had. From the roof of the 3-story building, he had a clear line of sight estated at 500 feet, nearly 2 football fields, to the back of the ICE building.
Just be advised, it's still active shooter. There's a sniper on the roof. Have everybody stay for very, very far locations.
Video from 8TV shows where the bullets hit. Investigators taking pictures of the back of a transport van on the southwest side of the...
Has America ever seen this much sniping in the public? Like, that's what I want to know, because we seeing people get on rooftops like it's nothing nowadays. That used to be something back in, remember, even when it happened to Trump, it was like, damn. But now it's like, oh, there's another shooter on the roof. You can't even walk outside without having the chance of getting somebody shooting a bad sniper or a bad scope and boom, hitting your ass trying to walk to the store. And did they have a freaking apartment complex set up right across the street from the daggone ICE agent office? Like, that's just asking for trouble, ain't it? In some type of ways, because this gonna happen regardless, y'all. this is gonna happen regardless. Not just the sniping, but people are gonna want to start killing, and we ain't gonna know who they gonna want to kill. It might be officers, it might be regular civilians. People are just killing right now, and it is going left everywhere.
The ICE building. Photos obtained by WFAA also show bullet holes inside the ICE building in a framed picture of the American flag.
He would shoot, he would wait 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, he would shoot.
The FBI says the bullets hit a transport van with ICE detainees inside, killing one and critically injuring two more.
He was targeting people. He wasn't just randomly shooting, he was actually targeting his targets and making sure he was getting hits.
Early evidence that we've seen.
But he had ICE written on the bullets, showing that he was after the ICE officers, right? So I don't know, maybe he just, like I said, that's 500 feet. That's not that, I mean, how much is 500 feet in the yards? So, oh, never mind then. That's 166 yards. That's not that very difficult of a shot. So maybe he was hitting his targets. But, well, he had the bullets for ICE agents. But he was hitting the people that wasn't ICE agents, that was being transported. So who knows who he was trying to kill.
From rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
In fact, the FBI released this photo showing the exact words anti-ICE scrawled on shell casings found on the roof. Despite that, no law enforcement personnel were hurt. But they are emphatic about bringing days like this to an end.
The takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. It's dangerous. People are losing their lives.
In Dallas, I'm Kevin Reese.
And one of the big questions that still needs a definitive answer is why. We've learned more about the suspect in the past few hours, including Joshua John's history right here in North Texas.
Today, federal law enforcement swarmed 2 homes linked to the suspect's family, one in Durant, Oklahoma, and another in Fairview in Collin County. Here's Teresa Woodard.
A tactical...
Dude had 2 homes. He was doing well for himself. And So we never gonna know why he really killed him, or who he was really after.
Team of federal agents rolled down a gravel road toward a secluded home on the outskirts of Durant, Oklahoma. 70 miles to the south in Fairview, Texas, the FBI spent hours moving in and out of a house on a quiet cul-de-sac. Both addresses associated with 29-year-old suspect Joshua John. This is an old mugshot from a 2015 marijuana arrest in Collin County.
They've been great neighbors.
This family's Collin County neighbors told us they keep to themselves but are always cordial.
I've had lovely interactions with their family, so I'm so horrified to hear about all this.
No one on this street knew much about Joshua John, and while the FBI director called what happened a politically motivated attack,
see, this is the type of shit that's gonna get me off of YouTube, but I'm gonna point it out. Did anybody see this lady wink right just now? It's like they were like, "Are you being told to say this?" Wink twice. And she motherfucking
So I'm
did.
so horrified to hear about all this.
No one on this street knew much.
Family, so I'm so...
but are always cordial.
I've had lovely interactions with their family, so I'm so horrified to hear about all this.
No one on this street knew much about Joshua John, and while the FBI director called what happened on this street
Interactions with their family, so I'm so horrified to hear about all this.
Okay,
no one
maybe
on
she
this
was
street
just
knew
blinking
much
out.
about Joshua.
Maybe she was just blinking. But they say that the Joshua John, which is a crazy name, was Only reason I say that is because it's 2 first names. But apparently this dude motherfucking was a cool ass neighbor. Seemed probably like a cool dude that just smoked weed and chilled out. But he went and killed potential ICE agents and killed people being transported in the process.
With John, and while the FBI director called what happened a politically motivated attack, one of John's childhood friends described him to ABC as, quote, the least political out of all the people I knew in high school. John's friends said he was a gamer, mainly interested in internet culture. His profile pic had been a meme of a man with a Soviet flag. It's not a political thing, a friend told ABC. It's just being on the computer too much. Those friends said they hadn't spoken with John in 10 years, but we've confirmed flag. It's not a political thing. His profile pic had been a meme of a man with a Soviet flag. It's not a political thing, a friend told ABC. It's just being on the computer too much. Those friends said they hadn't spoken with John in 10 years, but we've confirmed in the decade that passed, he briefly attended the University of Texas at Dallas and at times Collin College. Police.
So he had a political picture of a Soviet flag for Mother Russia.
Say John died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
The FBI left this home in Fairview tonight with a trunkload of evidence, including at least 1 computer. In Fairview, I'm Teresa Woodard.
Unfortunately, today's shooting isn't the first threat against immigration facilities in Texas this year. On the 4th of July, suspects dressed in black military gear opened fire outside the Prairieland Detention Center in Alvarado. A police officer was shot in the neck. This year. On the 4th of July, suspects dressed in black military gear opened fire outside the Prairieland Detention Center in Alvarado. A police officer was shot in the neck. More than a dozen people have been arrested in connection with that attack. Just 3 days later, a man with a rifle opened fire on a border patrol center in McAllen. The suspect managed to shoot an officer in the knee before authorities shot and killed him. And just last month, there was a bomb threat at the same facility as today's shooting. A man arrived at the Dallas field office and claimed to have a bomb in his backpack with a detonator and was immediately taken into custody.
Earlier today,
it is a terrible time to be a damn ICE agent. This is crazy, y'all. What is it about ICE agents? This immigration thing is huge in this country, apparently. And I get it, it's people's lives. But it's crazy, y'all. It is a terrible time to be an ICE agent.
Today, ABC News spoke with acting ICE Director Todd Lyons. He was asked what he wants people to understand following today's events.
What I want is people to understand that the men and women of ICE are doing a law enforcement mission. They're sworn law enforcement officers just like everyone else. And these attacks and the rhetoric and the threats against ICE agents and their families needs to stop for all law enforcement. You know, in this operation in Dallas, it wasn't just ICE officers every day working out of there. We have the FBI, ATF, DEA, all our other federal partners and local partners. So any attack on an ICE facility, you're not attacking ICE. You're attacking just brave men and women in law enforcement who wear the badge every day.
And this attack has sparked reaction from Democrats and Republicans, including the President of the United States. Here's part of what President Trump posted on Truth Social, quote, "The brave men and women of ICE are just trying to do their jobs and remove the worst of the worst criminals out of our country, but they are facing an unprecedented increase in threats, violence, and attacks by deranged radical leftists." Now, we need to point out, investigators...
Man, if Trump just watched what he said, I feel like it'd be a much better country, because people just, like, Trump is from the north, man. He's from New York, so he just got that, I don't give a fuck. Like, this is what we're trying to do, and suck my dick. Like, we gonna get this shit done. We gonna make this country better. But he just gotta stop saying things like worst of the worst and things like that. Just say we're getting criminals out this damn country. Y'all need to stop shooting these ICE agents. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to get these criminals that's trying to take over y'all's land and what y'all built. And we're just trying to get them out, the ones that's trying to cause problems out the country. Maybe if he said that And if I don't know what's actually happening, if that's actually what's going on, or if it's actually innocent people getting thrown back into their countries where they have worse situations they were living. We don't know what the situation is completely unless you're working amongst the ICE agents and stuff like that. But I just feel like Trump needs to calm it down on some of the things he says, and then maybe things will work out a little better.
Have yet to release a clear motive here, and we don't know much about the detainees' backgrounds. The Democratic delegation from Texas released a statement of its own saying, quote, "We are horrified at the shooting that has taken place at the ICE processing facility in Dallas, and our prayers are with them."
We are horrified at the shooting that has taken place at the ICE processing facility in Dallas, and our prayers are with the victims and the first responders. We unequivocally condemn all forms of violence and urge everyone to refrain from rhetoric that fans the flames from all sides. Texas Democrat delegation.
The victims and the first responders, we unequivocally condemn all forms of violence and urge everyone to refrain from rhetoric that fans the flames from all sides.
You know, this shooting comes exactly 2 weeks after conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot and killed, putting political violence in the spotlight. After Kirk's death, Quinnipiac University took a national poll on political violence. People were asked how serious of a problem they think it is. 71% of those who responded called it very serious. 22% said somewhat serious. Just 4% called it not so serious or not a problem at all.
So, Rebecca,
I don't think it's that serious. What was it? I think it's somewhat serious, but I think it's getting worse. I think it's getting way worse.
Serious, just 4% called it not so serious or not a problem at all.
So, Rebecca, you've been speaking with your sources all evening. Where do things stand in terms of the investigation and they're on the scene?
Well, look, that crime scene is going to remain a crime scene throughout the night and possibly through tomorrow. It takes a long time to process something like this. You've got several federal agencies involved. You saw a little while ago a video of the Joint Terrorism Task Force. All of those people have a different role, and that just takes time. So it's going to be a little while before we can find out a little bit more information.
Who's in charge?
So the FBI is in charge right now. Initially, when it first happened, it was the Dallas Police Department. Their officers got...
Sorry I keep pausing the video, y'all. The FBI got a big ass job right now. They got so much they're working on. Like, they got this case. Are they even dealing with cases on the streets right now? Because they probably don't even got no time, which is probably a good thing, so the streets can make money. But this is crazy right now. There's so much political shit going on. It's getting out of hand. Like, it's all boiling over to each other. And they're having violence outside this place, outside this place, outside that place. And it's just... And then you just got worlds merging right now. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Worlds merging into each other's worlds. And it's getting out of hand. Because people were just living amongst themselves, doing their thing. But now they don't know what they feel. They have to carry weapons now because of all this shit going on. And that's going to cause tension amongst groups. So it's just going to get out of hand, y'all.
The scene, they actually transported people in their squad cars, the wounded, because they could not send Dallas Fire Rescue in immediately because it was an active shooter and they thought there was obviously a sniper on the roof. So it was the Dallas Police Department. But once they got the scene under control, it is now the FBI, and typically they don't release as much information as the locals.
And that's what's interesting. The FBI said today, no more news conferences. We're not going to answer any more questions here. If you want to know more about this, contact the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Federal Prosecutor's Office. Two central themes here of what we have an answer. We kind of touched on it here a moment ago. Number one, what was the motive? But even secondly, was this sniper targeting detainees or targeting ICE officials? And that's what we just don't know yet. It appears at this point, though, that federal prosecutors have gotten enough information from DPD, from what the FBI is collecting, from what's happening in D.C., likely scrubbing this guy's social accounts, to build a profile of him. The next question after that is, Did he act alone? Is there somebody else that charges might be filed against in the coming days?
And I'm a little surprised at how quickly the FBI director, Kash Patel, put out the picture of those bullet casings, because typically they don't release information like this until they have a full profile. And you recall the Allen Mall shooting, they still have not given a motive for that shooting and a profile of that suspect.
Yeah, and
we're still waiting.
This was clearly a planned event of political violence here. How did this individual get into an office building in the middle of the night? Had he stayed in there overnight? Did he go in early in the morning? Does he know somebody who might have an office in there? And then secondly, how long had he planned this? Again, more central questions the FBI is trying to answer that federal prosecutors want to answer as well, because you don't just roll up and know when these detainee vans are moving around. This person clearly staked out this facility.
And on top of that, how did he gain access?
Sure.
And all of this comes at a time when many immigrants in North Texas are already on edge.
Adriana D'Alba just spoke with an immigration attorney on what it means to lose all sense of safety.
As the first gunshots echoed, one after the next at a transport van heading to this Dallas ICE facility. Denise Robleto says she heard more than 20 gunshots hid in her car. Her mom, Mayra, was inside the ICE building for an appointment this morning. When I heard the first gunshots, I thought of her, and it's difficult. Difficult, she says, to show up to an immigration proceeding and experience horror. The FBI is calling the shooting that left one detainee dead and 2 critical a targeted attack.
See, now y'all probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking. The people that's trying to get in this country can't no longer get in this country safely feeling because their ICE officers are being shot at, and they don't know if they're gonna be killed because of these ICE officers being under attack. So what are we really doing in this country, shooting at ICE officers? Potentially harming innocent people. That's going to happen more so than the damn ICE officers. At least if you're going to shoot at the ICE officer, man, which don't shoot at the ICE officer. And I'm not going to tell you guys to shoot at no ICE officers. I'm not going to represent shooting at no ICE officers. I don't think we should be shooting at people, period. But damn, don't miss your shot, bruh. Don't be hitting innocent people because you just want to kill people. Like, just don't kill people, bro. Why can't we just have peace in this world? What happened to peace?
It makes me emotional because we come to these appointments and never know what could happen. And after today,
they fear what could happen to them.
Jaime Vasquez is an immigration attorney familiar with this ICE facility and the law offices surrounding it.
With the current immigration conversation and the increase in the temperature and the rhetoric that we have seen, many of these immigration offices now become possible targets.
And that's what's at the heart of this. If a federal building is unsafe, then what is?
They shouldn't have to be afraid that they're going to be the victims of violence on the left or the right. I think either one is wrong, and we need to condone violence and violent rhetoric.
This family says they were already navigating a system filled with uncertainty. She says it's something horrible because in that moment I wasn't thinking about my kids, I was thinking about my mom. Honestly, it's extremely difficult. And today's violence is a reminder of how vulnerable they feel. In Dallas, I'm Adriana D'Alba.
This investigation is just beginning. You heard Rebecca Lopez. We will stay on top of it every step of the way. You can get updates around the clock on our streaming app, WFAA Plus, free to download to your TV.
We're going to check this last video out. We just gonna skip.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what
Alright, you guys. I just want to see where the vantage points was. This must be the top of the building they were on. So this is the top of the building the guy was on. Let's check this out.
Thank you for that. I want to start us off here on the map with the wide view. This is downtown Dallas that you're seeing over here. And we'll go first to Dallas Love Field because I think a lot of us know where that is, and it's a good starting point just to give you your bearings. About 1.6 miles southwest of Dallas Love Field is that ICE facility that we are talking about where that shooting took place earlier today. And I want to draw your attention.
So this is the ICE facility. They were probably being transported in. Something like that, or from the back. Had to be from the back if the shooter was back here somewhere.
To this building, these law offices directly behind.
So it's a law office. It's not an apartment complex. It's a law office. My question is how he got on the fucking roof. How in the world did he get on the roof?
That ICE facility. This is where officers say those shots were fired from today. And I want to just give you this vantage point here of what this would look like for someone who is up on top of this building. As you can see.
Look at all that cover, bro. You would never know where he's at unless somebody really pinpointed it out. Damn, y'all. Boom, he could shoot right there. Shooting right as they're coming in, right as they're leaving if he wanted to. This vantage point is crazy.
They had just...
My question is, why are these buildings set up so perfectly? Like, every time it's a shooting, it's like, the shit is set up so perfect for the killer. It's like, damn near like they have to do it. I know they don't have to do it. Don't nobody have to do it, bro. But it'd be damn near like they have to do it. They be feeling like, well, here's a perfect opportunity. And that's probably exactly what happens.
Just a wide open view of this ICE facility. And again, this was just after we had seen the first light of day. So this parking lot would have lights in it and so forth. This person would have been probably very hard for anyone to have seen on top of that building there. Let's go and give you sort of this overhead view here. This is how the shots would have been fired, just straight across this parking lot. Zero obstructions here getting in the way. This is a pretty good distance, though, that we're talking about here, estimated by the maps at about 500 feet. But of course, those bullets finding their intended.
Anybody that shoots guns knows that's not a hard shot at all. Just from the Google Maps vantage point, you can see how easy a shot that was. So yeah, he's talking about 500 feet, and things in feet is much farther than in yards. But when it comes to 160 yards, that's nothing. Tyler Robertson shot Charlie Kirk's neck off at 300 yards easy. So
targets at the end of this parking lot here. Want to bring your attention to this as well, just because this is called Track Reports. This was started by Syracuse University many years ago, where they sort of put together this ICE detention capacity and activity. And as you can see, Texas has become a real hotbed for ICE activity and detention centers. And this doesn't even include the largest one in Fort Bliss that will accommodate up to 5,000 detainees. detainees. It just opened a couple of months ago. And then this, they say that Texas has the most ICE detainees. This is as of September of this year, so very recent. They list Texas with 13,000 detainees right now, almost as much as the next 3 states combined. So for anyone who might have been interested, Chris and Izzy and Rebecca, in targeting either ICE agents or detainees, Texas is a very target-rich environment for that.
And we'll get to that in a moment. But as our senior political reporter, our senior crime and justice reporter,
I wonder what that is, y'all, why Texas is so hot. Is it one of the more predominant states for ICE agents being carried out, ICE stuff being carried out? Because if that's the case, that would make sense. If not, then there's something about Texas that's not liking what's going on with this ICE situation. But anyways, y'all, we're just gonna talk about what happened again. Let's see if there's any update. If there's no update.
So this is my Rust project. I have 4 terminal.
So here we go, y'all. So here we go, y'all. We're gonna check this out. We're gonna check this out real quick, see if there's any update.
And it'll be something that'll be upheld in Florida. Yes.
Nah, we ain't gonna check on this. I don't even know what they're talking about. But so that's what's going on with the news right now, from what I can tell. I want to show y'all a video. This dude put his straight soul in this.
What's going on, bro? You trying to step to the mic? I need it. Thanks for stepping to the mic. My name is Michael Manelli, and I'm looking for a feature, so I need your best right now. Let's do it. I'm gonna start it, then you go, okay? Let's get it. Here we go. Only one thing on her mind, and she ain't gonna stop till she gets there. Wherever there is, all she needs is a little sunshine. She can't wait to live in that moment. I know she'll own it, so don't you go throwing shit on the sunshine. Don't let no one stop your shine. They'll even try to dim your light. Python shade. No matter what they say, it's always gonna be some hate. Never too late, your time near, no you can wait. You'll find a way, you don't need no one as long as you got your faith. Woo! This time you won't need. Oh, you put the work in. You're the closest thing to perfect. It won't be easy, but you won't quit. No, cause you're so determined. Ain't no doubt about it, you gon' win long as you stay focused. Ah, this is your moment. Are you kidding me? You hear the emotion coming from that boy? Come on, man, stop playing with him. New York City. Let's get it. Woo! What's going on, bro? You trying to step to the mic?
Now that's what you call music. I can't wait to hear that song come out. He had brought a performer up that was just walking down the street and said, let's make a music, let's make a song. Let's make some music, let's make a song. And that's exactly what they did. Now I don't know what to watch, y'all. We've been on for an hour. Damn. Let's see what, and remember, before I review anybody's videos, I'm telling you now, I don't make no money off these videos. These are my comments to the videos. I don't put comments on videos. I comment through videos. So this is why I'm watching people's videos. I'm unemployed, y'all. I got nothing.
We have got to the point where literally any
I like to make comments to YouTube videos.
Reports have came out that Charlie Kirk knew he was in danger the night before his death. And he did everything in his power to try to stop his unfortunate demise. Now, the report comes from Megyn Kelly. Now, Megyn Kelly apparently has sources within the family where it's confirmed that Charlie Kirk was aware that there were people plotting on his downfall and actually taking steps to ensure that he meets his demise.
And while their article about all of this hit, it was published on Monday, September 8th, it makes clear that the writer contracted for the curse in late August. She says she wanted it to line up with the new moon in Virgo, which this year meant August 23rd. That tracks because she points out in the piece that by August 24th, she was waiting impatiently for results.
An article got released on Jezebel on September 8th, 2 days before Charlie Kirk's death. Jezebel, if you guys ain't tapped in, like, Jezebel is a website that's been up.
Now, we've already talked about this, but this is going to be interesting to see if they can actually put charges on the witches for being a part of this, because they're going to find all of them. They're going to find everybody that was a part of it, but like I said, how much could that contribute to the crime? How much is that actually a contribution to the crime?
Up and down for a while now. It's been closed and brought back for years. So Jezebel is like a pro-feminist website. It's like ran by feminists. It's like a far left website. So an article got released by one of the editors on Jezebel. And in this article, they wrote about how they contacted witches to put a curse on Charlie Kirk. Now, they documented like the entire process. So the article was released on September 8th, but they was putting a hex and a curse on Charlie Kirk dating back to like August 24th. Like, this was a long documented process that they finally wrote about once they were successfully able to put the curse on Charlie Kirk and hired a witch that they felt comfortable with. Now, when this article got released, Charlie Kirk seen it, his wife seen it, and they took it very seriously.
Now, hold up. Is this not bad rhetoric or inciting violence? If a witch does something like that, how is that not inciting violence? Or bad rhetoric, or whatever you want to call it? I just thought about that. So that could actually relate it to the crime by it being an incite on violence, depending on how it was all worded.
And they took precaution to get rid of the curse.
The witch, they reveal, promised on August 23rd that, quote, you will see the first results within 2 to 3 weeks. This was 18 days before Charlie was killed. Not satisfied with this curse, the amped up one alone, Jezebel reached out to a, quote, third witch, Priestess Lilin. Jezebel opined, if enough people cursed a single person, would the results be stronger? Quote, when I asked her if she'd noticed more political figures being targeted these days, she said yes. The next day, Lilin sent the Jezebel writer proof of the hex she had cast, quote, a photograph in flames, the edges slowly curling inward, engulfing Charlie's ridiculous, scrunched up little face. She whispered, I imagine, writes the Jezebel reporter, trust the unseen. Chills, writes Jezebel. Sunday, August 24th passed, writes the author, and nothing. Monday, August 25th, still nothing. Tuesday, August 26th, nothing. But then she writes, she reminded herself, this is witchcraft, not Amazon. The forces operate on their own schedule. The Jezebel writer ends the piece as follows. So, did my Etsy curses work? Time will tell. The forces move in mysterious ways. And as the priestess Lilin reminded me, spell work is a collaboration between the caster, the client, and the universe itself.
This article wasn't posted on September 8th as a, hey, look at my journey. It was posted as a rally call for other people. It was posted to say, hey, the collaboration process makes the curse a whole lot more stronger. So if you hate Charlie Kirk too, you should also hire this witch that I went through, and you put your own curse on Charlie Kirk. And eventually, if we put enough curses on him, something bad will happen. Now, these people did this 2 days before his death. Now, is there a way to tell that this curse was directly responsible for Charlie Kirk's death? I don't know. There's no way to tell, right? And depending on what you believe in, you probably don't believe in voodoo. But there's a lot of people, including myself, who kind of believe in voodoo, who kind of believe that bad energy and dealing with spirits is a thing. And the fact that these people openly called for Charlie Kirk to get murdered, and then once he got murdered, they came back to put like an editorial note on the article where they're calling for his murder. So after releasing an article to rally people to put a curse on Charlie Kirk and hire a witch to put voodoo on Charlie, they then put an editorial note. After their curse was successful and Charlie Kirk died, they put, the story was published on September 8th. Jezebel condemns the shooting of Charlie Kirk in the strongest possible terms. We do not endorse, encourage, or excuse political violence of any kind. They put this note on an article where one of their editors is writing about putting a curse on Charlie Kirk and going out of their way to hire multiple witches to do harm to Charlie Kirk and encouraging other people to do so. These people know no shame. They are shameless.
For now, we can only trust in the time.
To me, that's inciting violence. How is that not inciting violence? Yes, people don't believe in this because they try to make it seem like it's not real. They try to tell you follow the Bible. It's not. Even in the Bible, it tells you this shit's real. So I don't know how magic isn't something that could be corresponded in the courts. I don't know, y'all.
Timing of the great unknown. To you, Mr. Kirk, may the rash come swiftly. 2.5 weeks after those curses were requested and cast, 2 days after Jezebel published that article, Charlie was killed by an assassin's bullet. I know what you're thinking. This is a bullshit Etsy curse. Why are we spending time on this? I'm going to get to that in a minute. Stay with me for now. After the shooting, Jezebel took down the article, quote, on the recommendation of our lawyers. They underscored that the piece was meant to be humorous, intended as satire, and that they made clear they wished Charlie, quote, no physical harm, which is not the full story now, is it? Right. At the same time, they said of the article, quote, we stand by every word, which means they did want him cursed. They wanted everyone to hate him. They wanted it to be powerful, and they wanted Charlie, quote, punished for years of regressive rhetoric. They also made clear that taking down the article was, quote,
they wanted him silenced because of a fucking opinion. That's what it was about. So that's bullshit. They wanted bro's silence because of opinion. That's all it comes down to.
Driven by an abundance of caution for our staff. In other words, they were worried about violence against them by Charlie Kirk supporters. They also, they wrote, wished, quote, to avoid the piece being misused in a tense and volatile environment. There was not, they made clear, any change in their editorial and judgment. In fact, they emphasized, quote, we may republish at a later date.
They play scared and then try to fake stand on business, right? Hey, man, we had to take it down because we don't want no smoke. While then also saying, yeah, we might repost a little later. Yeah, we didn't do nothing wrong. Okay, cool. If you ain't do nothing wrong, then repost it. This time around, show the name of the person who submitted that.
Yeah.
Show the name of the person who put the curse on Charlie Kirk, who was also recruiting people to put curses on Charlie Kirk. Now, listen, if you want to write a funny editorial, do your thing. But once you get to a point where you are actually seeking out witches and showing documented proof that you sought out witches, and you tried one witch and you didn't think that witch was powerful enough, so you went ahead and found another witch who's more powerful, that shows you had clear intentions to do harm to Charlie Kirk. You had clear intentions to really take this man out.
They then rambled on about the country's gun problem and the heated political divide in the country and free speech, noting they do not actually condone political violence. In other words, you're playing with fire, messing with this stuff. There actually are demons in this world. Calling up the spirit world, in particular the devil's spirit world, can actually have real world consequences. It's not something to mess with. Many Christians believe this. This is dangerous. It's not a game. It's literally evil. Second, this is what I really want you all and the people at Jezebel and Etsy to know.
It's not Etsy's fault.
Erica and Charlie Kirk heard about these curses. And that news genuinely rattled Erica in particular. She knew Christian teaching on the subject. She loved Charlie, absolutely. And she was scared when she heard of the curses Jezebel had called up. So much so that she and Charlie contacted a friend who I believe she said was a Catholic priest, but definitely a friend, and asked him to come over and pray with them over Charlie the night before he was murdered.
I would have done the same thing.
We are not a traditional cafe. We're completely unconventional.
That look kind of good, y'all.
She eventually worked it through, and so did Charlie. That, as she later told me, weapons will form but not prosper. That Satan and those witches have no power.
This is one of the situations where you sit back and you really begin to understand, man, how life works, man. Life is really all about good and evil. Think about this scenario. Think about the moment that Charlie Kirk was shot and it went out there and it went viral. Think about the mind state of two groups of people. The mind state of the people who posted that article, they're the evil. But think about how they were celebrating. Think about how they was cheering, how they were happy, how they couldn't believe them contacting their witch worked. And think about the mindset of people who love Charlie Kirk or his wife who knew of this curse beforehand. Think about her mindset. Right? Like, think about how she probably felt, man, did my faith let me down? Did my belief in God let me down? We brought the pastor. We took every precaution we could take. We prayed over Charlie. We thought we broke this curse. And think about how how that evil could have almost broken her spirit, how that evil could have almost broken her belief and her faith in God. Now,
Or has it?
we're happy it didn't break her, right?
You don't know
Because
that.
in the face of evil, you got to be strong, bro. In the face of evil, you got to be resilient. In the face of evil, you got to be fearless. Because evil aims to break you, and evil aims to break your faith in God. They probably thought they broke her faith in God. Because she prayed over Charlie 2 nights before. She prayed over him. She did everything in her power to protect Charlie. And when it didn't work, someone who's...
Look, bro, put it to you this way. You could send me 50 messages saying you gonna kill me, you gonna do all this and that, you gonna show up with the big guns, and you gonna air it out. And guess what? I'm gonna still show up with bigger guns, and we just gonna let it be what it's gonna be. But if you put magic on me, and I don't know what the fuck is happening, I don't know what type of magic it is, I don't know who's placing it, I don't know what's going on, I'm not showing up. You got me. You scared me. You did everything you needed to in your power to freak me out. Because ain't no fucking way. Everything starts in the spirit world. Everything happens before it even happens. So, for that fact, ain't no fucking way, bro. I wouldn't even went. But he a trooper for going. They thought that they got rid of it through all the prayer and stuff. And you can get rid of spirit, you can get rid of curses, but you gotta take the right precautions. It takes more than just praying over it these days. You gotta really go out, seek out to get that thing canceled. You gotta cancel them curses.
Weak would have probably abandoned God in that moment. But credit to Erica, man, for not abandoning God, man. Because we don't know what the plan is. We don't know what God's intentions are. But what we do know, man, is whoever those evil people are, their day will come. And they will meet judgment one day.
Of course, God's will is the one that matters, and his blessing over Charlie was real and palpable. All you had to do was spend time with Charlie to know that. But why torture a family like this? A Christian, believing family. Why do this vile thing to a young couple, parents to 2 babies, living in accordance with the gospel, deeply in love, yes, political, but doing nothing other than speaking publicly about their views and their desires to make other people's lives better? Who would do such a vile thing? Jezebel, that's who. And unbelievably, Etsy.
Obviously, everybody don't believe in voodoo or curses or witches.
Why are we blaming Etsy? Etsy's just trying to make money. Anybody can go out there and create an account on Etsy. I'm about to make an account on Etsy to show how to love. Put videos out on how to love. Anybody can make an Etsy account. All you need is a social security. So, we can't blame Etsy, y'all.
But y'all let me know in the comment section, if you do believe it, do you believe that these witches are the cause, or were they a large part of the reason why Charlie met his demise? Let me know in the comment section. What's your take on this? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out why or how or what exactly Dame Dash is doing.
They're not the only reason, but they are a big part of the reasons why Charlie got killed. That's what I believe. Wait, what? We're gonna check this out.
love their skateboarding in Porto Alegre. I would say for the past, media of what was happening here. Talk of not just Brazil, not just the USA, the talk of the entire.
Alright, you guys. They finna be skateboarding off of this today. So we gonna check out and see if we can catch any of it.
Of the skate world. Meters.
Sorry y'all, my stream is messing up on me. Sorry y'all, my stream is messing up. 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 Something about this page, y'all. It's not liking this page at all. Let's just go back to YouTube. I really want to check this video out, because people are riding down that long ass drop-in.
So where were you on September 7th when Sandra Diaz broke the world record, 64.04 meters, an incredible feat, which we're potentially going to see broken momentarily. The 65 meter mark will be a new world record.
We got it, you guys. It was the chat that was taking us, that was messing up the page. But now we got it back going. That was messing up the page. But now we got it back going. That was messing up the page. Here we go, let's check it out.
So Sandra's next step in breaking his own world record, 65 meters. So we saw some training clips where Sandra reached that 64.04 meter mark. And I love that there was kind of a shroud of mystery around it as well. You know, we did have official representation from the Guinness Book of World Records on hand, watching and recording. So that record's in the books. But records, as we all know, were meant to be broken. Look at this guy. He's just having another skate session with his friends. Smiling, preparing for a record-breaking drop here at the Red Bull Building drop. Next attempt will be 65 meters. 213 plus feet. So again, here's how it works. We reset the stopping pads in the air, grabs his board, heads into the building, up the elevator, back to the roof.
Sorry, y'all, I messed up the page. But we're gonna be right back. We back, you guys, we back.
Where his support crew will hand him his helmet, hand him his board, and we could potentially see a world record drop in here just in a few moments. So if you want to know what it's like to break a world record, to drop in from 64.04 meters, you're about to see it. This is from Sandro Diaz's GoPro mounted on its Red Bull helmet. So fasten your seatbelts. You're in for it. Here we go.
When that board starts to wiggle, when you start doing that,
Vai tomar no cu! Vai, caralho! Caraca! Caraca, mineiro! Segura! Caralho!
Sim, pode começar.
So parabéns, congratulations already. Sandro Diaz, who holds the world record for highest drop in on a quarter pipe, 64.04 meters. So in just under 18 minutes,
65 meters.
we're about to witness history,
Damn.
or at least a historic attempt. Sandro going up to the 65 meter mark, roughly 213 feet.
It'd be like a roller coaster.
And by no means is Sandro attempting these stunts alone. Incredible team behind him. And in the lead up, actually worked with yet another legend, Man Ramp. Man Ramp. Best advice to Sandro Diaz, be one with the ramp. They teamed up for an epic collab video. Each of them actually bench pressing each other. So of course, support coming in from all over the world, including our next special guest, Tony Hawk.
I see this as one of the biggest stunts that's ever been done. Along the lines of when Danny Way started doing all the mega ramp stuff, but this is way beyond that, and I mean it's going to be historic.
Let me know down low. Would y'all do this? Even if you don't skateboard, will you just ride it just to see what it's like? I know I would. You gotta readjust it each time. Look at that, y'all. They gotta bring on bungee cord straps to be able to go up with that high, so they don't fall back. So if you wipe that on, it's still be a terrible wipeout. Let's pray real quick that nobody wipes out on this. I pray nobody wipes out on this drop today. Amen.
So when Tony Hawk says something's going to be historic, I believe him. A few facts about the board that Sandro's riding. So he's got those 60 millimeter Bones wheels, shielded NSK bearings, 215 Indy trucks, the Megadeck Napalm shape. And again, this is all stuff that you can buy at a skate shop. And the tools being used, the wood being used for this ramp, the screws, the drills, these are all skateboarding specific things. It's not like we're reinventing the wheel here. These are all things that you would find at a skate park, obviously on a different scale. And the fact that Sandro's pretty much riding standard board is pretty gnarly. Remember, years preparation, decades going into this, and Sandro knowing full well the ramifications. So he has been preparing in a hardcore way for this.
I wonder how high up they're gonna go.
And he did test a couple different setups. I don't think he was quite riding the standard popsicle stick, 825 that we would be riding at our local skate park. Everything a little bit more specialized for what he's attempting today. But again, things you can get at your local skate park. You could go into the skate shop and ask for 60 millimeter Bones wheels. Will you drop in on a building with them? That's up to you. Personally, I'm gonna leave that up to Sandro. So a lot happening on social media and in the skate world leading up. See Sandro taking stock of all his skate gear in his garage, looking at different wheels, looking at different setups. So he makes his way up. Did see Mike Burnett along with Neckface from Thrasher magazine. They were on hand as Sandro did the first couple of attempts and some test runs. And Mike Burnett, capturing some of the action early on, was talking to Sandro about, you know, what's at stake here. Cool video you can watch Thrasher now. And I love that Sandro's quote to Thrasher was, you know, when asked how he was going to celebrate these achievements, what's he going to do after today, he said, you know, I'm definitely going to celebrate a little bit, but then I'm just going to have a normal skate session. So I like that. No, no record-breaking attempts. Sandro's going to go skate probably the vert ramp near his house and just cruise around for a little bit, and he would have earned it. If anyone earned a little staycation or just a standard skate session with the homies, it's Sandro after today. I mean, obviously the physical toll that he's facing is intense, but then you think about, you know, the mental challenges that he's had to overcome, the fear he's had to overcome. I mean, he's not showing us any signs of fear or nervousness at all. But while he is a superhero, Sandro still is a human being. And everything is scary about what he's attempting today.
They've already been dropping, y'all.
And I love that part of his training was to skate around in a 40-kilogram vest. That's heavy.
We're trying to see if they're going to go all the way
That's
up
like
here.
having your homie, you know, on your back. So he was skating on the previous highest ramp ever skated, a giant mega ramp. So you can imagine dropping in to a huge mega ramp with one of your friends on your back with his arms wrapped around your shoulders. Again, not saying you should attempt that, but that's what it'd be like. The 40.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Figuring out of learning how to.
We'll be right back, you guys. Welcome back, welcome back. We back. Let's check this out.
To deal with the G-forces that he's facing. The speed up really 80. Now, if he does kilometers, you know, and he's on it for really per hour. Bigger than has a little skate building that's fanning him. That top right up. 88 ramp ever built. Put it on its side.
There we go, yeah.
1.7. So the building itself is 88.91 meters, 291.7 feet, 22 floors. The ramp itself is 3 times larger than any other ramp ever built, 79.19 meters. It's 259 feet. So take a football field, put it on its side, stand on top of it and look down. That's what Sandro sees as he prepares to drop in. It looks like our foam blocks are back in place. So if you've ever been to, you know, a skate park that has a foam pit, it's basically what those foam blocks are. Same type of material. Different use today. It's like a giant catcher's mitt for Sandro to jump into at high speed. We do have a huge crowd on hand at the bottom of the ramp. They're probably getting sore necks by now looking up what Sandro's seeing. There's our crowd. So all the roads around the building filling up with people. I was about to say the roads are closed, but there goes the bus. People in the bus are going, what's going on? Why is there a man on top of that building with a skateboard? It surely is kind of like a Spider-Man type of situation. And you look up on the building and you're about the size of an ant. We're about 5 minutes till a potential world record here at Red Bull Building Drop. Sandro Dias about to attempt to drop at 65 meters, which will be a new world record. He set the previous record on September 7th. Today, September 25th. It's about almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Porto Alegre. So from wherever you're watching, I want to welcome you to Red Bull Building Drop. So we're a meter-ish above the current standing world record. So right now, Sandro is in the elevator, and in about a minute and a half, we're going to see Sandro emerge through this doorway. All kinds of safety equipment on top of the roof, multiple climbers rappelling up and down, putting ramps on, taking ramps off, bringing skateboards to Sandro. Porto Alegre flag showing us the wind conditions. It's by no means, you know, super calm wind-wise. The Red Bull windsock there showing us that the breeze is stiffening. I wonder if people are working in the office today, taking a break from their government job to look out the window and see Sandro Dias flying down this ramp. In an earlier interview, Sandro was mentioning that he was kind of blown away, shocked that government gave us permission to attempt a stunt like this, of this magnitude, but that just shows you that Brazil loves skateboarding. And skateboarding loves Brazil right back. Multiple world champions, street, vert, park, coming from Brazil. Some incredible pockets of talent all over the country of Brazil. Some of the greatest skaters to ever do it, coming out of Brazil.
I need a better mic, y'all. I was going to
Sandro Dias one of the skaters that really paved the way for professional skateboarders coming out of Brazil to compete
I'm using this mic
in the
right
USA,
now.
in Australia, all over
Y'all
Europe.
can look them up instead of me showing y'all the mics because they're already hooked up.
So
But
literally
I got an
kicked down the
SM58
door
I'm using,
and kind of
which
opened the
is a
floodgates.
small looking mic. It looks like a
Skaters who have risen to
regular
the top
mic,
of their
basically,
field in skateboarding.
like that you
There
would
he
see
is.
in the movies and on emblems and stuff.
So this is it, folks.
Just a
This
regular
could
mic.
be
Here, I'll show y'all this real quick. This is the mic I use. And this is one I'm using right now. They're still waiting on that. This is the one I'm using. I just got a pop filter over it, so you don't hear my P's. But this is the one I could be using. It's hooked up, but it's picking up a lot of noise. Or it's not picking up at all. That one, but basically with a pop filter. This thing. But we'll try it one more time just to see how it sounds. Yo, 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 yo. Can y'all hear me though? Like, do y'all hear me fine? Can y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me okay?
Build an app with your name on it.
That's fanning him. That top right up. 9-1 block. Same current.
This is the one I'm using. I just got a pop filter over it, so you don't hear my P's. But this is the one I could be using. It's hooked up, but it's picking up a lot of noise. Or it's not picking up at all. Yeah, I think this one sounds better, y'all. See, this is what I was using. It's the SF58, basically with a pop filter. This thing. I just have this pop filter in it. But we'll try it one more time just to see how it sounds. Yo, 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 yo. Can y'all hear me though? Like, do y'all hear me fine? Can y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me okay? So yeah, this one sounds better, y'all. We're gonna stick with this one. Now let's get back to this. See if they've gotten yet onto the business.
A world record run from Sandro Diaz. I'm sure representatives from the Guinness Book of World Records watching closely. Sandro goes into his pre-drop preparations.
Yeah.
Not changing anything in the routine. Grabs the Red Bull helmet.
Don't forget to take medicine, okay? Lay, brother. Need me holler. Peace.
Helmet. Straps on.
Looks like he's getting suited up.
It's kind of his personal owned final safety
Hopefully
checks.
they're gonna drop in soon.
So far, his clothes are nice and clean. He hasn't had to slide on his knee pads. First two drops, flawless. This one's even higher, 65 meters. So he had to do several attempts at the 64.4 meter mark. And that's where we saw some of those radical wipeouts, some hardcore slams, but I think with every drop, Sandro, who's just a brilliant mind in the world of skateboarding, definitely learns from every single drop he takes. So a 65 meter drop, 213 feet. We all could collectively see a world record in just a few minutes here, live from Porto Alegre. Beautiful country of Brazil.
How did they get up there? Did we miss it? Did I miss it?
15 feet. We all... Beautiful country of Brazil. And if you're in the chat right now, let us know how you're watching, where you're watching from, what do you think is going to happen, how fast do you think Sandro is going to go?
How fast?
Crowd on hand is hyped.
How fast have they been going?
A moment of zen before the chaos. So not only could Sandro break that height world record, but also the speed world record. 90.8 kilometers per hour is what we're looking for here, speed-wise.
Wow. .8 kilometers per hour. Yo, that is flat rolling. That's 56 miles an hour, y'all. That is flat rolling. I did the math for y'all. That is flat rolling.
We're reaching new levels in skateboarding right now, literally.
And he's about to try to go faster.
Just a casual walk up to the world's largest skateboard ramp.
I probably win.
Yeah, and adding to the safety gear, to the knee pads, the elbow pads, the wrist guards that Sandro's wearing, he's skating with that harness on, so he hasn't been taking that harness off and on between drops. Just add a little bit of difficulty to a very difficult, intense situation. The ultimate NBD in skating. NBD meaning never been done. Probably never even thought of until now. So the rappel down is getting shorter, so there is good news. It's a shorter rappel, but that equals a higher drop. 65 meters, 213 plus feet. Sandro Diaz attempting a new world record. So as the world watches, Sandro Diaz making his way down. You see all the other heights, all those other ramps, all those other drop-in points are put to the side, screwed into place.
So having people just guess
And now
where they
history
want to drop,
in the
and then
making.
now people are trying to outdo it.
This is imagination becoming reality. So here has to be one of the scariest parts, as Sandro unclips from his climbing rope. And then it's just Sandro versus the
Yeah,
drop.
if you fall off of that, that's
65 meters. Previous world record, 64.4 meters, set by Sandro Diaz. And here we go, Skate World. Wherever you're watching this from, go ahead and cheer. Let the neighbors hear how excited, how hyped you are for what we're about to see.
They finna drop, y'all.
The world record attempt for Sandro Diaz here at Red Bull Building Drop. Stunning visuals from all angles. And now we have confirmation. Sandro Diaz with a new world record. 65 meters on a skateboard. The ultimate drop-in from the world's largest ramp. Sandro Diaz makes history. Porto Alegre, Brazil, with a 65-meter drop-in. An incredible feat. Skateboarding, reaching new heights. The congratulations from friends, family, and from the world. We've just witnessed one of the most incredible things we've ever seen in the world of skateboarding. And that right there was perfection. I
That
mean,
was
from
epic,
start to
bro.
finish, when the wheels hit the ramp, everything worked perfectly for Sandro Diaz. What a moment. Definitely earned himself a nice cold Red Bull right there. And the celebration begins. A new world record in the books. Lock it in, Sandro Diaz. A 65-meter drop over 213 feet. Parabéns. literally making his dream come true. Since the 80s, as a kid when Sandro first set eyes on this building, all the way till now, September 25th, 2025. We all saw it. We witnessed it. Sandro Diaz, the new world record, breaking the record he set back on September 7th.
That was a huge drop, y'all. Yeah, I don't know now, dog. 55 miles an hour.
Sandro having a much earned moment of reflection, letting it all kind of just soak in what he's just achieved. Gathering his gear, making his way back to the pit crew.
Now somebody gonna want to outdo him. We ain't heard the speed yet, though, have we?
Decades of planning, 10 months actual preparation to put this plan in motion.
I think they can outdo the rush.
I'd love to see that smile from Sandro as he sees his first look at what he's just done. Hundreds of people involved, hundreds of highly skilled craftspeople building this ramp.
He holds it right now.
Getting permissions from the government, camera crews, all on point. As you see that drone angle of a record-breaking drop, Sandro Diaz at Red Bull building drop. Going where no skater's ever gone before.
We'll be right back, guys.
This moment right here, that's the moment of compression that Sandro trained so hard leading up to.
If y'all hear the speed, please comment it.
These attempts just to be able to withstand the G-forces his body's going through. I mean, other than the safety equipment, the knee pads, the wrist guards, the gear he's wearing, this is just man first. Incredible forces of nature. Multiple G-forces. Training with the weighted vest, training in the Red Bull airplane. Getting towed behind a Red Bull race car. So in the test run, Sandro's highest speed was 136 kilometers per hour, so roughly 85 miles per hour. So nearly 10 years of mental, physical preparation, getting the right gear together, and then 10 months. And we're just getting word. Your wishes are coming true, folks. Sandro Diaz will attempt a 70-meter drop here at Red Bull building drop. We just witnessed history. Well, guess what? History is about to be rewritten. by Sandro Diaz, who has just confirmed he's going back to the top of this building for a 70-meter attempt. One final boss. And if you've got your calculators out, so if we're looking at 70 meters, translate to around 230 feet all the way to the top, the highest possible drop-in point. So you have just under 20 minutes to prepare yourselves for what we're about to see. I mean, we've known Sandro Diaz to go big in the past. We've seen his runs on vert, we've seen him skate mega, but this is literally taking skateboarding to a new level. 70 meters, 230 feet, dropping into a building. These are measurements, these are words that never thought anybody would be saying in the realm of skateboarding. And thank you to everybody who's involved in the chat, who's watching now, cheering for Sandro, asking, will you do it? Will you step up to that next level? Sandro answers with a resounding yes. So now we're entering uncharted territory. Previous record, 64.04 meters. Just broken the 65-meter mark. So 5 more meters added on. So we remove the 65-meter platform here. Put that off to the side.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix. Now this whole flow is a conversation, so your words actually build your website. I'm going for a store, and after a free-flowing conversation, I get this detailed site brief. And just like that, my first draft is ready. Now that's dope. Next, you can really get in there and style it your way. Here's the fun part. You can regenerate this whole thing over and over, or you can tweak something specific, like your layout. Let me describe what I had in mind. Yeah, that's fire. If there was ever a time to speak life into your dreams, it's right now using the Wix AI website builder.
Don't let boring content kill your brand. Try Animoto to create eye-catching video content that will grab people's attention and grow your business. No experience needed. Just drag, drop, and share stunning videos in minutes. Get started for free and create your first video in just 10 minutes with Animoto.
Increasing G-forces, much more pressure as Sandro reaches the flat bottom. That's the critical area that we've had our eyes on these drops. We saw on the 65-meter record-breaking drop just an escalation in the physical forces that Sandro has to overcome to ride out from these drops. And give it up to our construction crew here. I mean, these guys are fearless themselves. They're literally building and unbuilding ramps on the side of a building, 65 meters up. So this bottom ramp will be moved over. The top ramp right there, 70 meters. This is a job I don't think many of us would want. Talk about fearless. So custom built drop-in platforms. 1,800 foam blocks being put back into place. And you see with every drop as well, the impact in the foam blocks and the airbag. I mean, those foam blocks are now everywhere. They were a little bit tight here on the first couple drops. And now with that last one, Sandro's slamming into those foam blocks and the airbags, causing that complete destruction of our catcher's mitt. And there you have it, the 65-meter drop-in ramp being moved over to the side. That leaves one place to go. That's up 70 meters. Again, shows you the scale of what Sandro is working with here today. Crew taking their time, putting these foam blocks back together as they should. So Sandro has had multiple Hall of Fame careers in his long skateboarding life. You know, he was one of the skaters that not only helped popularize skateboarding in Brazil and inspired a whole new generation of skaters, but popularized skateboarding on a global scale. You know, he's giving back as well via the Sandro Dias Institute. Provides free access to skateboarding for young people in vulnerable positions. So, yeah, he's a hero on his board, but he's a hero off his board as well. Not only trying to spread skateboarding through his actions, but also, you know, what he does behind the scenes, giving kids in need, you know, something to do to try to break through to the next level. And Sandro Dias, recognized as the king of the 540. You know, a lot of skaters, most pro vert skaters, if not all, can do their version of a 540. And there's great 540s out there. Sandro's, they're just a little bit higher. They're just different. I mean, anyone from Tony Hawk to Sheckler to pretty much every top level skater around the world will tell you that Sandro Dias makes a 540 his own each and every time he does it. He's also the first Brazilian to land that elusive 900 and the first skater in the world to land a 900 in a contest. You know, Tony Hawk did it after time in the Best Trick event. Back in the day, it was and still is an incredible feat. One of the greatest tricks ever done. Sandro was the first guy to kind of bring those into his contest runs, which is just baffles the mind. 2006, Sandro clinched gold at X Games 12. And in 2012, nominated for the Action Sports Hall of Fame. He should be in all the Halls of Fame. The Human Being Halls of Fame, the Skateboarding Halls of Fame, he should be in all of them. He is just an absolute legend and icon in the sport of skating. And if you've ever had the chance, which a lot of us have because he's been doing this for a long time now, to see Sandro skate proper vert ramp in person, it is incredible. He just seems to fly a little bit higher, spin a little bit harder. And there's a reason why he's had such a long, illustrious career. Just receiving word, 10 minutes. We've got inside of 10 minutes to go for an attempt that could shatter the previously held world record. Right now, the world record stands at 65 meters. And it's pretty amazing, pretty unbelievable that we all get to witness not just one world record broken, two in the span of, what, about an hour? It's just about 1 p.m. in Porto Alegre, Brazil. Wherever you're watching the world, if you stayed up late to watch, thank you. If you got up early to watch, thank you too. 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, all eyes about to be on Sandro Dias. At the moment, he's most likely in the lobby of this building. He just pressed the up button on the elevator. It's got to feel like the longest elevator ride of his life as he now takes a trip all the way to the roof. And one more time, will rappel down to a 70-meter high drop-in platform for what could be another record-breaking attempt. Another world record, potentially, by Sandro Diaz. Checking his board, checking his wheels. "50 years old, veteran, vert skating, mega ramp skating. And we know there are legends and icons watching from all over the world. And our radar guns have just informed us another world record broken by Sandro Diaz, 95 kilometers per hour on that 65-meter drop. So again, making history right in front of our eyes. Sandro Diaz has done it again. 2 entries in the Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah, you heard that right. 95 kilometers per hour. A brand new world record. Just a superhero of skateboarding. Let's watch it one more time. The speed check here, 95 kilometers per hour. And he knows what it feels like. He reached 136 kilometers per hour in his test runs, but this right here, for a skater dropping into a ramp, go 95 kilometers per hour. It's a new world record, folks. High speeds, incredible heights reached today already, and one more drop to come. It would be just incredible to go into the mind of Sandro Diaz and find out what he's thinking. I'm sure media on a global scale will be covering what we've witnessed today. And there you have it. That is your new world record, 95 kilometers per hour.
All right, y'all, I just seen the speed.
Straight into a foam block wall with an airbag backing it up. Somewhere in that building, Sandro Diaz riding an elevator to the top.
60 miles an hour, y'all.
One more look. So he's not in the elevator yet. He's just taking one more look at his next level, the end boss, here at Red Bull Building Drop. We've extended our countdown timer just a little bit. I mean, of course, cut the guy some slack. He's already broken 2 world records today. So as Sandro now prepares, we wait to see what happens next. A world record shattering 70-meter drop.
Damn. He just raised the bar.
And here we have it. Final preparations. Hear the crowd on hand, going wild. Checking those Bones wheels, 60-millimeter Bones wheels. Checking the bearings, checking the trucks. Getting into the zone. Literally walking towards what could potentially be another historic drop He's already set 2 world records by completing the tallest skateboard drop and the fastest speed skateboarding on a temporary quarter pipe. It's funny when you see those words on paper, they really don't capture the magnitude of what we've just seen. These are visions that will no doubt be shared and spread all over the world. So we're going to see a succession of drops. Just a 55-meter warm-up. Just making it look so easy there, nice and smooth. So that was Sandro's first drop of the day. And not only, I mean, from these heights, again, the mental, the physical, spiritual toll that these drops are taking. That's a 60-meter drop, and you can see as he made just that transition into the flat bottom, things start to get really intense, a lot of pressure, physical forces, having to utilize all his strength to just stay standing, stay strong on his board. There's your record-breaking 65-meter drop.
They're gonna do the 70 now, y'all.
And right there, the apex of the speed. Crew, so hyped. Earned himself an ice-cold Red Bull. And now he makes his way potentially again into the history books. Already 2 world records broken today. So you would have to think, right, with the added height comes added speed. So he just broke 2 world records with 1 drop. He could do that again with this 70-meter drop.
The same guy about to break the same record.
There's the crew on hand,
at 70 meters,
watching what's unfolded in front of them. They've seen this ramp being built over the past 10 months. Hype building around the world. Somewhere in that crowd, there's Skate Rat watching, thinking, huh, I wonder if I'll be next. I mean, we don't even know if it's possible to drop in from 70 meters. No one's ever even come close until today. So wherever you're watching from out there, get involved. Tell us what you think's about to happen. Give Sandro some words of affirmation. Hype him up as he makes his way up to the top of the roof for one more attempt at 70 meters. Potential double record-breaking drop.
I'm calling it
coming
now.
Up in just a few moments. And Sandro telling us that this is in fact a government building. There's probably some ledges and some stairs and rails out front that skaters have been getting kicked out of for years. Today, skateboarding owns the world. So as we wait for Sandro Diaz to make his way to the roof, let's talk to Tony Hawk one more time about progression in skateboarding.
I think moments like these are what keep pushing us forward and trying to test the limits of what's really possible and what is humanly possible, especially on a skateboard. But if you look at the history of skateboarding, it continues to progress. It continues to keep getting better. We keep pushing the limits of height, of speed, and now Sandro is going to jump ahead about 5 times everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, Birdman said it. Sandro breaking barriers over the past few weeks, and of course today. I mean, this could be an untouchable record for forever. Hundreds of, I mean, nobody even thought of anything like this until now. Red Bull building drop. So far, so good. Sandro 3 perfect attempts, and I mean, so many skaters in Porto Alegre have looked up at this building and just wondered, you know, like, is this architect a skater? Why is it the perfect transition? Well, I shouldn't say perfect, because everything about this transition is scary. It's big, super sized. You know, maybe if King Kong was a skateboarder, this would be a different story, but the only one to ever step to this, Sandro Diaz, and basically this sweeping wall, you know, it makes the shape of quarter pipe. It's nicknamed, probably not just by skaters, but the ultimate skate ramp. And of course, leave it to Brazil. I mean, this is a skateboarding country. They love skateboarding, they love their skaters. And they've got a global superhero now in Sandro Diaz. So if you see the blue portion towards the bottom, so just the only thing we had to fabricate just to make sure that there was enough room for Sandro to roll out. And I love this, the phrase urban legend made real. And Sandro Diaz turning skate culture dreams into reality. You know, there has been some viral videos, some hoaxes in the past. I'm sure a lot of illustrations and photoshopping of people dropping into this thing, but trust us, this is not AI. This is all real. It's happening in real time, live. Red Bull building drop, history already made multiple times, and we're about to see something beyond the realm of what could have ever been imagined in skateboarding until now. A 70-meter drop. So Sandro, who's been doing this for decades, all the accolades, hundreds of contest wins, probably thousands of feet in the air if you add up all the airs he's done in his long skateboarding life. Known for doing some of the best 540s ever still. I mean, at 50 years old, he could still mix it up with the Young Bucks in any event that he entered. First skater to ever land a 900 in competition. Just adding one of the most impossible tricks ever done into your contest run. That's what Sandro does. And you hear the praise and the respect given to Sandro by Tony Hawk, you know, by Ryan Sheckler, street skaters, vert skaters, mega skaters. The consensus has been that if anybody could have done something like this, Sandro Diaz. We've seen huge moments in skateboarding. You can't think of skateboarding achievements in this magnitude without thinking of Tony Hawk's loop, Danny Way jumping the Great Wall of China. We can really count things like this that have happened in skateboarding on one hand.
So they still haven't dropped yet, I can see.
So if you look closely at the Red Bull logo you're seeing on your screen right now, you can see the seams of this wood. So these are just basically standard plywood put together to cover the concrete surface beneath, which was kind of weathered and cracked. So trust us when we say it's still pure skateboarding. This is the same type of wood that you would find at any skate park, any half pipe around the world. And here's a view from the top. Oh, it just makes your stomach drop when you look over the edge like that. Give it up to the crew on the roof, putting in the work. And of course our camera team on site, our drones in the air, these GoPro angles are giving us some vertigo moments here. Oh, can you imagine that feeling of going over the edge there?
They're hoisting down.
So Sandro has entered the building.
Here they are hoisting.
And here he is. Skateboarding's superhero, Sandro Diaz, already
Can't have no whack board.
multiple world records broken,
Gotta make sure your board is nice and plump.
and he's about to attempt
Yep, plump.
an incredible
Rolls fine.
70-meter drop here at Red Bull Building Drop. He's wasting no time. Hands off the board. He's going to grab the Red Bull helmet. Final preparations right now
Do his stresses.
for something that no one
Check his
ever
gear.
thought was
Gear
possible in the
straight.
world of
Nice beat,
skateboarding.
baby. Remember with the GoPro, just so your hoes know.
One last gear check. Straps the helmet on tight. So 3 perfect drops behind him. And 1 more to go. The 70-meter mark. So at 65 meters, Sandro went 95 kilometers per hour. We could potentially see Sandro break 100 kilometers per hour. Tell us in the chat, do you think we're about to see this skateboarder go over 100 kilometers per hour? That's how fast you'd be driving on the freeway here in California. So think about that speed. Next time you're driving down the freeway in the fast lane, roll down the window, put your arm outside. That's how it would feel to go as fast as Sandro is about to go. This is a moment right here. Sandro visualizing physical forces that he's about to feel dropping in from 70 meters. GoPro angle from his
I don't
helmet
really know
is
what's
going
going on
to
right now,
be
y'all. My headphones
incredible,
ain't
terrifying,
Hold up.
all the feelings. Sandro Diaz is about to go where no skateboarder has ever gone before.
This is world breaking.
And you just hear silence from the crowd. One last walk up those stairs for Sandro Diaz. A safety check by the crew as Sandro now rappels into history. Another world record attempt, 70 meters. Not just Sandro's highest drop ever, but the highest drop we've ever seen in skateboarding history. Rappelling down to a 70-meter drop-in point. He's got to be feeling the energy from the crowd below. Sandro is about to answer all of our questions. Is it possible to drop in from 70 meters on a skateboard? Is it possible to go over 100 kilometers per hour? Here's that moment, no turning back as he's unstrapped from his harness.
Look at the fear. He probably shitting bricks.
Now it's just Sandro versus the drop.
Probably shitting bricks.
entire city of Porto Alegre, Brazil, cheering Sandro Dias as he's about to make another world record attempt from 70 meters here at Red Bull Building Drop.
Missed it. Scoop, scoop,
Sandro Dias, he's done it. A new world record, 70 meters. An incredible moment for a skateboarding superhero. Sandro Dias has just dropped in to the history books. 70 meters, the highest ever drop in by a skateboarder. And you know, he had to have broken the speed record as well. So far, officially, one new world record was 70 meters for Sandro Dias.
It certainly broke the speed record.
You can just feel the emotions pouring out, doing something that no human being has ever done before on a skateboard. And you can almost hear and feel the collective relief and energy and excitement from the entirety of the skate world who's watching right now. And not just bravery, but the ultimate skill to be able to maintain his composure and stay in control. Parabéns. Congratulations, Sandro Dias. The Red Bull Building Drop 2025 in the history books yet again. Also has to be some kind of new record for records broken in the span of a half hour.
Another Red Bull?
Sandro just broke his own record multiple times. Give this man his moment.
É trovão! É Thunder! Caraca, e aí, Joe?
The imagination, the dream Sandro Dias had when in the 1980s when he was a child.
Gabriel Maia,
Papai tá bem. Feliz pra caramba. E é pra vocês também aí. Eu sei que vocês estão com o coraçãozinho apertado, viu? Agora eu vou ser sincero. Eu vim parar, eu acho que eu cheguei no limite. Eu acho que vou parar por aqui porque acho que já foi bom demais. A gente sabe que tem muitas coisas que compõem todo esse cenário. Primeiro é a rampa, que é uma coisa que nunca existiu antes. Uma mistura de muita velocidade, muita força G. A condição climática está muito vento. Nessa eu quase parei lá em cima um tempo porque estava
Sandra just
ventando
saying
demais,
how
estava
amazing
perigoso.
this project has been. This ramp is something that's never been created or attempted before.
Eu tô satisfeito, sério mesmo, galera. Tô satisfeitíssimo, satisfeitíssimo. Eu acho que isso provou que a gente consegue superar a hora que a gente quiser. Eu nunca esperava que fosse dropar uma rampa de, sei lá, 70 metros, sei lá quanto tem isso aí, mais de 70 metros. Tô feliz. Obrigado a todo mundo que acompanhou. Todo mundo aí, minha mãe e meu pai, que deve estar com o coração no oi também.
Happy he is with the result that
Mas você sabe que eu me preparei pra isso.
proved to the world that it can be done.
Vocês podem ter certeza que tudo que eu fiz foi muito pior que isso. Por isso que eu tava muito seguro lá em cima. Mas
Saying thanks to his mom, his dad, his family, his friends.
E a hora da gente parar, a gente tem que saber
Addressing
também
how
porque
difficult this whole process has been.
até onde eu tava, qualquer vacilo chega a ser risco de morte. Então, vou preservar a nossa vida. E eu acho que tá excelente aonde a gente chegou. E eu tô muito feliz. Acho que todo mundo deve estar também muito feliz. Acho que agora é só comemorar. Pelo menos eu parei com acerto e não com erro. Acho que se parasse com erro ia ser muito pior. Eu acho que isso é a glória, parar com acerto. Obrigado, Pai do Céu, por me iluminar esse tempo todo, durante todo esse processo, durante todos esses dias.
He's very proud of what he just achieved and
É um sonho de mais de 13
basically
anos.
saying that 70 meters
Realizou agora.
potentially the limit.
E superando limites e, enfim, obrigado a todo mundo que me
You can
ajudou.
feel the raw emotion
Durante a Red
coming
Bull
from Sandra now.
Aos patrocinadores, a Prada, que estava do lado da gente o tempo todo, a Honda, a Gerdau, toda a equipe da Yupi, Darcy, toda a sua equipe, minha família, me deu todo o suporte o tempo todo, a galera que veio do Red Bull Global. Então,
Sandro thanking Red Bull, thanking Prada,
todo mundo que
thanking
veio de
everyone
fora aí, o
involved, the
pessoal,
crew,
mídia, enfim,
the media,
sinceramente não é fácil, a galera do,
his friends, his
a galera
support
do
staff,
Rapel,
top
que
of the
deu toda a
building.
segurança desde do outro dia até hoje. Mudaram-se os caras, mas a segurança
And he's
foi a
thanking
mesma.
all of you
E
for
eu
watching
agradeço demais,
all over the
demais.
world.
Eu tô, a tranquilidade que eles me dão para chegar onde eu chego ali, eu nunca tinha feito rapel. Isso acabou se tornando uma coisa normal, porque os caras me deixaram, os caras fizeram se tornar uma coisa normal para mim. Então, obrigado a todo mundo, tá? Props, é
he's
nóis.
Thanking
A galera que ajudou ali,
the
os
rigging
carregadores.
team, the rigging person on
Sensacional,
top
a
of the
galera da
platform who
ambulância,
repelled with
enfim,
him
da polícia, a galera
to
do
those platforms.
bombeiro. A turma ali, ó, dá uma rodada na turma, pelo amor de Deus, tem muita gente aqui em volta de mim. Diegão.
There's a man that
Que virou irmãozaço.
earned himself
Que me
a
acompanha
proper
100% do
celebration.
tempo aí, agradecer demais. Obrigado. Darcião, além de cunhado, ele deu toda a segurança também. É, né, Darcião? Chega aí, vai. Agradecer o governo do Rio Grande do Sul que liberou essa
So just giving some respect and thank you to the safety director. He just gave a hug too.
Ilustrando a cidade, mostrando que a cidade tem
Sandro's
grande
life
potencial do
was
skate.
literally in his
Que
hands.
sirva como motivação para que apareçam mais pessoas andando de skate, mais oportunidade para o skate, e que o governo ajude cada vez mais o skate aqui do estado. Agradecer a galera lá da pista do na pista da Orla, galera da Orla, Rádio
Sandro
Orla,
saying
tamo
this
junto,
ramp is a
irmão.
piece of art
Boa,
and
vocês foram
how happy he is
essenciais
to be
aí.
part of the
Obrigado por
progression of
todo mundo
skateboarding.
acompanhando. Ai, quem mais? Agradecer a família Cury, que liberou a pista lá pra gente andar. Pessoal do aeroporto de Curitiba, como chama o aeroporto de Curitiba? Ah, enfim. Valeu, turma. É isso. Eu não sei quanto tempo tem que falar. Tem mais pra falar? Tem mais coisa pra falar?
Pode mandar.
Fico falando, mas eu vou sentar e começar a contar a história então pra vocês. Vocês mal sabem o tanto que eu fiz pra chegar até aqui. E confesso que não foi nada fácil desde a primeira vez. Tudo que eu fiz pra participar desse dia aqui de hoje foi tudo novo pra mim, independente se eu tava em cima de skate, mas eram tudo coisas novas. Desde o teste de velocidade, eu precisava atingir uma velocidade de, sei lá, 125 por hora, eu atingi uma velocidade nos testes de 136. Teste de força G, que eu precisava suportar uma força G, que vocês viram ali que minha perna dá um... Para 350 kg eu suportei 386. E o impacto, isso aqui eu tava tão emocionado que eu nem sei como eu pulei, que acho que eu pulei tudo errado, mas graças a Deus não aconteceu nada. Deu tudo certo. E é isso, pessoal. Obrigado.
So Sandro will not go any higher today, thankfully. That was a lot for all of us around the world to take, but he is just so happy and excited and proud of
deve comemorar esse grande feito.
doing something that no human has ever done on a skateboard. 70 meters. That is a record that will stand for forever, most likely.
Eu acho que esse foi um grande feito, e a visibilidade que a gente teve através do skate, através da minha pessoa, acho que acaba ajudando todo mundo, e essa que é a ideia. Não é Sandro Dias, não é fama, não é nada, é superar os limites e dar oportunidade para as pessoas também. E eu acho que uma das coisas mais importantes, o recado mais importante que eu tenho para dar é para as pessoas nunca desistirem dos sonhos. Como eu disse antes, esse era um sonho que eu tinha há mais de 13 anos e por várias vezes eu coloquei em cima da mesa da Red Bull para a gente realizar isso aqui. E sabendo da grandiosidade, eu sabia que era possível de realizar, mas era quase impossível de ser realizado. Por conta de custo, por conta de... enfim, por conta de um todo que se transformou nessa estrutura. Mas graças a Deus eles foram sonhadores comigo, acreditaram no meu sonho e a gente realizou com todo sucesso. Se for um sonho, lembre.
Brazil, I'm sure to go for this thing. Construction off. It's something that
Create a voiceover using your own voice.
was possible. And now let's get some words from Sandro himself.
Congratulations. And feeling.
I don't know, I'll have to watch live. There is so many people on the street, and this made me big. I got, I can't to get here. Top as well. The 64 little height for me.
Let's hear it, y'all.
Try that I say thank you to everybody that supported me. This whole journey was super.
Sandro, first of all, congratulations. 70 meters. It's a world record for this drop. And in the Red Bull drop building. And describe for us your journey and completed this attempt now, and how are you feeling about it?
I'm totally I feel really happy. Really, I don't know. I have so much energy from everybody coming here to watch live. There's so many people on the street, and this made me big motivation to keep it going, keep it going. I'm very excited. Oh my God, I can't describe how I'm feeling right now, but the feeling is really great. I want to say thank you to everybody that supported me. This whole journey was super hard to get here. And because I did so many different things, everything that I did was the first time in my life to do this project. But I'm very happy to know the time to stop as well. And I stopped very high. I never tried that high before. The 64 point something I did a few weeks ago, but this time it was a little higher. But 70 was the first time, and I think the limit for me and for the whole thing that's going on right now, like the climb, the weather, wind, everything, turn this thing start to get dangerous. So I had to stop it, but I stopped really happy because I knew that I did something really amazing, not only for me but for the skateboard ever, you know, for the skateboard around the world. So I think everybody is really happy. This is for everybody. It's not only for me. It's just to skateboard enjoy another thing that we did. So many different people, so many different skaters. They did so many different things to make this happen, different ways. And this is my part of the history, and try to help the skateboard somehow.
Congratulations again, Sandro.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Woohoo! Está ao vivo ainda? Está ao vivo ainda?
Agora é o plano com o repórter.
Now, another look at one of the most incredible, if not the most incredible things to ever been done on a skateboard. Sandro Dias, 70-meter world record-breaking drop. Live in front of the entire planet in Porto Alegre, Brazil. Sandro Dias at 50 years old, breaking not only the highest drop record, but also the speed record on a quarter pipe. This ramp, this beast of a ramp, 3 times larger than anything we've ever seen in the world of skateboarding. We want to thank all of you for joining us. Hopefully you're inspired to get out there and go skate yourself. Congratulations one more time to Sandro Dias, skateboarding superhero. Red Bull Building Drop 2025 history has just been made.
Oh, did they just say it?
Sandro Dias, any on a quarter pipe in the world. One more.
So they didn't even say how fast he got.
Building Drop 20 Dias to get out. We want to thank all of you for joining us. Hopefully you're inspired to get out there.
We'll just say he probably went 75
Sandro Dias
miles
at
an hour.
50 years old.
50 years old. Same guy breaking all the records. We'll just say he probably went at 75 miles per hour, which is or 65, my mistake, which is 104 kilometers per hour, which is flat rolling, y'all. So that's how fast bro probably went down that hill. Because at 65 meters, he had went 56 miles per hour. And at 70, he went 60 miles per hour. So we can only imagine he went an extra 5 miles per hour. So yeah. We got about 30 more minutes left on the live stream. So we're gonna go check out let's check out the Major League Soccer World highlights from yesterday, I imagine.
For Fernandez Marcao, he'll be the focal point, whether it's getting the ball to his feet or making those little darting runs to stretch the game.
Fernandez Marcao with a big job up front with Martinez.
Finding him early.
Alright, we're back connected, y'all.
Getting him on the ball and letting him work his magic.
A first Miami start for Mateo Silvetti out wide. A second for Baltasar Rodriguez. For Miami from Citi Field tonight, just across the street from the site of the new stadium for New York City, as we begin this massive MLS contest as Inter Miami pay a visit to New York City. Fernandez Marcao now taking shore, getting it back from Morales. Here's Nico Fernandez Marcao, on he goes and takes aim! It's just off target there from Fernandez Marcao, working the corner routine, but
on the same page defensively, tracking those players, communicating early.
Corner delivered. Falcon gets the header on target. The right in Matt Freeze. Finding their moments to play, City. Fernandez Marcao lifting it, free header from Martins. It's right at Ustadi. Poor defending, but not made to pay for it, Miami. It's a wide option to show for him, but Frey losing out in possession. Wolf down the line. Challenge coming in towards Fernandez Marcao, who could be in here. It's Fernandez Marcao on the...
I'm glad they don't tell you who wins, because unless you watch the game, don't me nor y'all know who won. So, sorry, I don't know what that was. But... anyway, not me nor y'all know who won unless you watch the game. And yeah. So I like that they don't tell you who won. So we can appreciate watching it and guessing. I'm pulling for New York.
Nico Fernandez! Dragged it wide!
Ooh.
On the turn, Nico Fernandez! Dragged it wide! Challenge coming in towards Fernandez Marcao, who could be in here. It's Fernandez Marcao on the turn. Nico Fernandez! Dragged it wide!
Well, that's exactly what they need for Fernandez Marcao. Those little darting runs in behind. Allen comes across, overcommits, and then it frees up for Fernandez Marcao in this position, does so well to use Falcon to his advantage. And then in this moment, this is where you just have to compose yourself, place it into the back of the net for a simple finish. Instead, just collects it too much, sends it just wide.
Referee now motioning towards walls. Messi takes! And Freeze getting fingertips to it. It will be a corner for Miami as that one was well struck from Messi.
Because when you have Messi on your side, regardless of where he is, whether it's direct free kicks, my goodness, Freeze does such a good job of getting across, keeping his feet moving, getting him stretched out to make sure that that right hand comes across. It's just some fingertips on it. But when you...
Rodriguez controlling well and tried to find Messi, but just that little bit off. Found though by Busquets and in behind. Here's Baltasar Rodriguez. Rodriguez!
Can't do much about that.
If you don't take your chances against Miami, they will make you pay. Busquets to Messi. to Baltasar Rodriguez for his second of the season as Miami take the lead.
Reads it so well to be able to pick it off, but it's that first touch that sets him up. Instead of going out wide, just right down the heart of New York City. And then Rodriguez, the timing of the run, sees it immediately, knows exactly where Messi's going to turn.
And I'm gonna put it to you this way, y'all. I don't know players. I don't really know like that. I just go for the state that I like, and I like New York State over Miami, Florida. So yeah, that's just how I pick it. And there's nothing against Florida, because if Florida was going against like Alaska, which I don't even know if Alaska has a team, I would pull for Florida. But if Alaska was going against like North Dakota, I'll pick Alaska. It just depends.
And then you get the numbers in behind. And this is what it's all about, just staying calm, even under pressure. Two defenders coming in on him. Just opens up his hips for the easy finish, the simple finish to put the away team up 1-0.
And Messi with the perfectly weighted ball through the legs there of Thiago Martins. Messi well found by Busquets. Messi driving towards that middle, slipping to Suarez on the turn. Suarez! Well saved there from Freeze. Someone's going to get there.
He's only trying to get on the wrong side of defenders. You have to give credit to Miami because they've disrupted the game at times to earn fouls and then made the right substitutions. Bright coming in, he'll help control the midfield.
Busquets, great idea into Messi. Messi for two, Messi!
Whoa. Chill out. Cool down.
Listen to that roar! Messi once more!
The vision from Messi just stays out of the play initially, but Busquets, what a ball that is. Look at Hack, just got sucked into Messi's path, and then at the last second, the change of pace to be able to get in behind. There's the pass. Hack's all out of sorts defensively, and then Messi in this moment, my goodness, what a finish that is. So class, under pressure, feels it, rides the challenge, and then just the last second under full speed. This is a clip over Freeze, has to come off his line to commit, to try to make the play, but doesn't matter one bit to Messi, just clips it over.
Challenge well measured though from Aiden O'Neill. Now playing wide here with Fernandez outside of the boot and away from Weigand. And on the volley, O'Toole. My, did he catch that? And Ustadi with a decent save.
We're going to come back and edit this live.
You get this out of danger, but what a strike that is. Just a side volley coming through, makes such good contact.
Like I said, they both
Messi cutting down for Busquets. You can see him springing into the attack. DePaul could get there, goes over the area. It's a penalty to Miami. Rodrigo DePaul at full stretch, getting to that ball first.
Once again, it's Busquets that starts it, but what vision that is from Suarez.
In MLS for Miami. Here's Luis Suarez for 3-0. Freeze the wrong way.
Makes no mistake about it. Really puts this game out of reach in favor of Miami. And right now, defensively, New York City all out of sorts. But it's the defensive work from Miami that's been the difference tonight.
Well kept in play. Messi, on he goes. Messi!
Another one. Another one. Dang, Miami.
Enter Miami running riot tonight. Lionel Messi at the double, as he was on Saturday.
And then Messi says, fine, I'll go myself. There's the run from Suarez, opens up just a little window. Keep referencing Busquets, but also DePaul. When he was playing in that central area, did a really good job of playing off Busquets, putting in the work that was needed, and just at the right moment, slowing the tempo down.
Well, trying to catch Freeze off his line there. Messi, that would have been somewhere to finish a hat trick.
Oh, to fall down.
Very good side at home, but never lost to Miami at home. Coming into this one in previous meetings as Fernandez Mercado has recovered possession here. City looking for a response. Martinez off the post.
The slick surface. This takes it just off of the post, but I love the run from Martinez. opens up just a little bit of a gap in the space for Fernandez Macau to be able to play that. But there's the outside of the right boot.
And there is the full-time whistle. Inter Miami have clinched a place in the MLS Cup playoffs. Oh, but they want more. They can go get more. Third in the table, and still the chance to finish top of the conference after a comprehensive win tonight. Quite a historic.
We're gonna end on this today. Let's see the crazy flips these people do. Maybe we can still be alive like this. Yeah.
Welcome to the best of BMX from X Games Salt Lake City. I'm Brandon Graham. Let's begin this action sports power hour with BMX Dirt. Could anyone catch two-time defending champ Brady Baker? Find out next.
Daniel Sandoval, he has 9 total X Games medals, 3 gold, 1 silver, 5 bronze. All of those in either Park Best Trick or Park. He does not have any dirt medals, but watch out. This guy has a very, very deep bag of tricks as well with some insane firepower.
Yeah, he's the one who took Caden Stone under his wing, so it's cool to see them go back-to-back right now. They're basically brothers, so roll-ins back-to-back. Daniel's a machine. Gosh, you can just see how huge that was. It was a flip double whip. He had to slow down. 360 bar spin to downside whip. Front flip up. 360 switch double down whip. 720 bar. He gets it. That run was nasty.
There was so
Daniel's
much variety
on today.
in that run too. Just think about that. Flip double whip, front flip, 720 variation. Like, that was a cool run. Looking at these replays, look at how high he was, just slowly kicking that bike around, catching it with all the time in the world to figure out where he's going next.
That was one of the steeziest flip doubles I've ever seen, how slow and controlled he got to do it over that 30-foot jump.
There's no doubt about it. But look at this last set. Here's that cork 720 bar spin. Throwing the handlebars around on that first rotation. You could see he was coming into that back wheel, but he handled it. Amazing first run.
Man, these guys mean business.
Daniel Sandoval set the bar in the mid-80s with an 85.33. An Australian competitor here. You talked about him at the top of the show there, Dennis. This is Jay Toohey. He owns a dirt silver. He's got 2 Mega Park bronze. He's got a silver and a bronze when it comes to dirt best trick.
Jay loves big jumps. He lives for this. He grew up riding Cam White's jumps with the biggest dirt jumps of all time over there in Australia. And his whole life has been doing this for almost like 25 years, riding big jump contests. And there we go. 34th first set, 34th foot first setting. Nothing for Jay.
Oh, that was beautiful. Nothing from right flip over the second set.
He's making these jumps look like nothing.
He is. Watch him switching his feet right there. Ending it with a double backflip. Another amazing first run.
That's how you put it down in the first run. That's a thing of beauty. Like, he really loves big jumps. Like, I'm trying to say that.
You can't build him big enough for him.
Yeah.
You honestly can't.
No, he likes to stall his tricks out, and he loves the hang time. He loves motocross, so this is right up his alley. I knew he was going to look great out here.
I had to turn the AC on because, like I told y'all, the headphones hurt my ears and it's got my head out. So, yeah. That's why you hear a noise in the background.
And the first hit, look at how big he goes. Full extension on that Superman seat grab backflip.
Shout out to TJ Lavin.
Yeah, and he's on the course, so hopefully we get to see him soon. but there's that nothing from bike flip, making the bike do a full rotation, jumping back on. But watch his feet. You can see the feet right now, right foot forward. When he lands, he switches his feet, going left foot forward, continuing on to get this double backflip.
And let's talk about that a little bit, because in street, you got Jordan Godwin doing that for the technical reasons. Jay actually prefers switching his feet. Like, there's not many people like that. He switches his feet for certain tricks. And boom, in 83, he's up there.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365.
We take our first look at Ryan Williams.
Oh, really dropping in. I saw his crash in practice. Forget about it. Oh,
he was going to do double.
Double to double.
He's like a gymnast in the air. To stall out a double flip and stop it.
Nobody can do what he just did. I know that didn't work out, right? But the truth is, that did work out because he was able to fix what was broken. Went a little deep on that double front flip, which is absolutely insane.
Whoa, yeah.
But he started to pull back.
And then said, nope.
Oh my goodness.
He knew it wasn't right.
But he did the best option. He's got to be careful.
Brandon can do it at any contest. Parker Dirt, when he's on, he's on. He's just been struggling with so many injuries, but he's fully healthy now. Beautiful double flip first set. Landed a little low, holding it over.
Yeah, you can see his foot slipped off right there.
Yeah, it's so good to see Brandon back, because when he's on, he's always one of the dudes to beat.
One thing I think we should address, too, for everybody that's watching, you're going to see a lot of these guys, it's going to, especially when you're sending a double backflip over the first set, you're going a little deep on it. And the truth is, there is some tailwind right now, and they don't know when the wind is coming. And that wind will blow them over the jump. Everything is so calculated, what these guys are doing. So when they're in the air and they're feeling that tailwind, there's nothing they can do about it.
We talked about this young man at the top of the show. He is chasing history out here today. Came in as a rookie 2 years ago, won gold, backed it up last year in Ventura. If he can three-peat, it will be the third time it's ever happened at the X Games.
Oh my gosh, this guy is bringing mastery to a trick. This is why he's the dude to beat. Oh, everything.
This
banger, banger, banger.
What a first run right there.
Was that a first run? Brady Baker, that is what people have to beat now.
And he...
Let's see that again.
Oh my gosh, this guy is bringing mastery
to a trick.
This is why he's the dude to beat. Oh, everything.
This
banger,
is
banger, banger.
What a first run right there.
Was that a first run? Brady Baker, that is what people have to beat now.
And he blew out his tube.
I thought I heard something.
That
what
noise.
A savage. Brady Baker.
That was his. I heard that. I was like, that couldn't have been
I didn't
his.
want to call it. That was his tire.
That's insane that he rode away from that.
Wow, I can't wait to watch the replays. That
Yeah,
run
I wanna
was
see
bangers. The
what-
casserole whip to table. That was a savage trip. It had so much ease in it.
I was like, that had to be somebody else's tire in athlete staging, but apparently not.
But look at how good this is. And he folds that table in there. But look what he does on the second jump. Backflip, triple tailwind. I thought he was going to stop, but he kept going.
He has the most diverse, beautiful runs from beginning to finish, and that's why he's not been beat since he started getting invited to X Games Dirt. He's got it.
So where did this tube pop out? That's what I want to know.
Maybe.
So look at air. It was in the air, so he landed with a blown tire.
Of the week.
Right off the lip.
So he landed. That's what I want to know.
Maybe.
So look at air. It was in the air, so he landed with a blown tire.
Of the week.
Right off the lip. How did he ride away? Look at the dirt coming out of that.
His tire, Brady.
Come on, you're chasing a three-peat and you blow a tire and still land your last trick. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is.
Wow. Yeah, Brady, in the 90s right there.
Blow a tire.
It was. Where did this tube pop out? That's what I want to know.
Maybe.
So look at air. It was in the air, so he landed with a blown tire.
He was riding right and he went up. And the tube popped in the fucking air. He's still doing tricks and shit. And then dude lands. And then dude's still riding with a pop tube in the tire. I don't know if y'all just caught that, but that's what happened. Shit crazy. This dude is nuts. So this is the dude they're saying you gotta beat. Like he's the top player right now.
of the week.
Right off the lip. How did he ride away? Look at the dirt coming out of that.
His tire, Brady.
Come on, you're chasing a three-peat. You blow a tire and still land your last trick. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is.
Wow. Yeah, Brady, in the 90s right there.
Could anyone catch two-time defending champ Brady Baker? Find out next.
Welcome back to X Games Salt Lake City 2025, presented by Sonic. Ryan Williams.
Next.
See the bandage on the right elbow. As I said earlier, that guy just flips a switch when it's go time.
And here he goes. We're looking for double front to double back.
Mixing it up. And he's continuing.
Front flip trick, front flip trick, front flip trick. Keeping it going. Retake.
All right, this is going to be a big one. Double backflip 360.
I don't know what that run would have scored. That was so many bangers in one.
At the very end of that, to just wash out.
Like we said, he just wants gold. He doesn't care about second or third or fourth anymore.
At all. He is here on a mission.
Brady Baker, 90.33. Tires fixed. We go on for run number 2.
More the same.
Let's go, Brady Baker.
Through a puck is impressive as well.
Okay.
This is big right here. What's it going to be?
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. 90.33 isn't enough for Brady. He pushes it up and up and up through first run all the way to third run in every X Games. He's on.
Can I say it now? Is he the best dirt competition rider of all time? Can I say it?
I mean, let's give it another run and see.
I'll say it.
That'll be
Dennis isn't ready yet, but I'm ready.
93.66 to finish that thought. Only 5 other people have won more than once. Here we go. Ryan Williams, it was there. He was knocking on the door of that last go-around. He's outside the top 3, sitting in 6th.
Double front flip.
He's got the momentum. Cash roll.
What?
Front flip now off.
And one more, Ryan.
Third run's a charm. He said it right before he dropped in. Ryan Williams, what is this going to score?
Oh my goodness, what a run right there.
Oh, the shirt's coming off. Here we go.
Check out Andy Berg, Buckworth's tape job. I think that's what he's doing right now. Everybody. But let's break this down for you all. This first trick, double front flip in a dirt competition. Unbelievable, honestly. It's insane. Now, he continued on doing that front flip, bike forward flip variation he does there. And that's the one when he keeps his hands on. But the double flip over that first one is the crazy. That's just, nobody does that. No one does. There you go again. You can see how complicated
Does anyone do
it
that?
is. Nobody does.
Two jumps in a row. And then he goes, you guys thought I did too many front flips? Let me give you a double back flip.
Yeah, use 2 backflips for you to offset it.
Oh, what did he get at? 94.33. Not only did he get into the top 3, he just put himself in the lead for the first time. Since the end of round 1, we have a new leader, Ryan Williams, sitting in a potential gold medal.
This is right where he wanted to be. Now he's got Brady Baker up against the ropes. There it is.
Can he make it a three-peat? It comes down to this last run.
Cash roll double
Cash roll
whip.
double, perfect. Flip triple whip.
Clean as could be.
3 double whip.
My goodness.
Brady, go. Cash roll, bar.
Does he go?
Oh, Brady Baker.
Oh my goodness. And he found another flat tire. Did you hear that?
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it. But again,
When did that happen?
No, dude,
When
this
did
guy.
that happen?
All right, I'm going to say it.
It's the back
best
tire this
contest
time.
dirt rider.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it. That's it. I was waiting for till the third run, and he is officially it.
Do you realize
That's the
how
dude.
insane that run was?
My
From
heart's
start
pounding.
to finish.
No, that's it. That dude is the best.
Oh my goodness.
That is the dude.
And we
Brady
need to
Baker
figure out
is-
where that tire came out, and it was going to even make it, him being the best that much better.
My heart is pounding. That was one of the coolest runs I've ever seen in my life.
How did he manage to get across that last set?
Like I'm saying earlier, he can mess up a little bit and he readjusts, gets a pump, and throws another bend.
But he only messes up a little bit.
A little bit, barely. That was perfect.
What are they doing? This is suspense. This is suspense. So no, Brady Baker does not best Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams earns his first dirt gold. Could he double up in dirt best trick? Maybe with a triple. Brandon Lupos returned from injury to collect bronze with an Aussie roll. And Caden Stone scored silver with a double front flip 360. But all eyes were on Ryan Williams. R. Willie was attempting a contest first triple backflip.
R. Willie just said, "This is for you, Dave." Our lost brother, Dave Mira. One, two, three.
Freezes the wall. And he rides away. That's a make. That is a make.
That is a make and dirt best trick right there.
Wow.
Oh, it looks so good from the start. I love that we landed in and he's like, I'm pulling this no matter what. Oh, that was unbelievable. Another epic moment by Ryan Williams.
That's a make. He rides away. He just had to hit the eject button going off the side of the next hit.
Look at him locked in, rotating. Wow.
It's Ryan's 11th gold medal. That's the most of any Australian athlete in X Games history. More Best of BMX when we return.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that people are creating. Smart nutrition apps, inventory trackers, onboarding tools, you name it. And if the only thing stopping me from making the app is the idea, why not build an app that gives me endless app ideas? So let's make it. Pro tip, I draft the full app spec in ChatGPT, and then I drop the prompts directly into Base 44. It gives me super detailed structure.
Welcome back. It's time for BMX Park, a discipline so tough that 6 of the...
Ryan Williams sitting in a potential gold medal.
This is right where he wanted to be.
With gold medals.
We started off with Virginia Beach, Virginia's Justin.
They just said, "This is for you, Dave." Our lost brother, Dave Mira. One, two, three.
Freezes the wall. And he rides away. That's a make. That is a make.
That is a make and dirt best trick right there.
Wow.
Oh, it looks so good from the start. I love that we landed in and he's like, I'm pulling this no matter what. Oh, that was unbelievable. Another epic moment by Ryan Williams.
That's a make. He rides away. He just had to hit the eject button going off the side of the next hit.
Look at him locked in, rotating. Wow.
It's Ryan's 11th gold medal. That's the most of any Australian athlete in X Games history. More Best of BMX when we return. Welcome back. It's time for BMX Park, a discipline so tough that 6 of the 8 competitors entered with gold medals.
We started off with Virginia Beach, Virginia's Justin Dowell.
Let's drop this boy in, see what he's got.
Runs are 45 seconds in length. The time starts as soon as they roll in to the Sonic Park course. So waiting to get the all clear, and here we go. We are underway, fellas.
Starting things off with that flare transfer that Dennis was just telling you about. We were watching him on this course, and what's really good about Justin's riding style and this course is there's a lot of big transitions, and he has so many tricks on these quarters. Look at that 540 flare.
Wow, straight to a normal 900, 5 flare, 900. He packs it in. That's what Justin does. Big tricks every time he goes in the air.
Look at that. He did a 540 flare. Like, right to 900, truck down whip immediately onto that box jump. Like, this run's insane.
There it is. That 5 out of that vert wall is insane. That thing has like 3 foot of vert on it. Nobody's 5ing stuff like that. He's honestly known for just packing in tricks, but on this course, he's doing transfers and doing stuff out of that vert wall. He's changing it up. Wow. I don't know if that'll count. That was after the buzzer.
The way it usually works is if you're rolling up the transition when the buzzer sounds, that last one will count.
Like you guys said, this is going to be a dogfight. That was our...
Dude, that was perfection right there.
Look, the angle of it and everything was so sick. Oh, he cranked it, too. That was a legit turn down. Past 90.
Look at that. That was a thing of beauty right there.
There was absolutely no hesitation in that one whatsoever. Chasing history right now in multiple ways, which we will explain after this. Can he get it done here? Ryan Williams.
Oh, my goodness. We're getting so close there.
KP, baby.
Oh, I'm at the point right now where, like, my excitement level, my heart is racing so fast.
I'm excited, but I'm also extremely terrified right now. But
Nah, Kevin's got this.
Come on, Kevin.
All day, baby, for Pat.
Come on.
There he goes.
Yes!
Not only did he do that, but he did it after just completely wrecking himself in the last attempt.
That was so sick, Kevin.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my goodness, this was unbelievable. Nobody will send this but Kevin Peraza, and it was perfect.
He took such a hard slam in the try before that. Gets up, stops it for his brother Pat. Kevin Peraza, man, we love you.
Oh my goodness, I am just mind blown right now.
Yo, the crowd is literally on their feet dancing out there.
This whole place just absolutely shook.
Place, baby.
He gets walked off the last run by X Games Medical. Now he walks to the top of the leaderboard.
What's going on here? I think we got no chain.
That's the free coaster.
Oh my goodness, and now he's got to get speed without a chain on the bike.
How is that even going to explain how that is even about to happen?
Ooh, just pumping, but this is a trick that's never been done before.
Wow. Just in X Games alone, he's taken like 15 attempts at this. This is so much anticipation. He wants it so bad.
He's hurting, man. He's been working so hard this weekend. It's just getting harder for him.
Justin Dowell just knocking on the door. Park Gold yesterday. He's one spot out into that number 4 spot.
See if he can add a bar spin to this trick.
Oh my goodness, this trick is nuts.
Truck down, bar. He did that with no hang time left to spare. His hands were off while his wheels were hitting the ground. That takes so much commitment right there.
Watch this replay because you're gonna need to see it to understand.
Time to spare. Whoa.
And he jumps up from 4th. He puts himself into a silver medal position. Last chance. Does he? He's got 2 gold medals this weekend. Chasing history with not just this trick, but if he can get a 3rd gold medal today, it'll be the first time it's been done at the X Games since 2006. Right back up. That was a heavy hit to the back.
Oh, Willie, you're a champion, man. The quest for the double flip to fakie continues.
While Ryan Williams is persistence personified, Kevin Peraza takes his 8th career X Games gold medal. That's it for Best of BMX from X Games Salt Lake City, presented by Sonic. For my colleagues on the air and behind the scenes, I'm Brandon Graham.
Like I said, y'all, that's all for today's video, for today's live. I'm gonna edit these videos and make longer lives for them. YouTube as videos, so y'all can come back and watch. And not just have to stick to the whole live. We messed up in the beginning, but now we on base. We got the microphone connected. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can see me. Once I get a better camera, y'all be able to see me better. But all that cool stuff is going on. So I hope y'all have a good one. Peace out. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we will be having a new video on the Ruben Shaz, or the Quran, or the Bible, or the Holy Pipe, or the Torah, or the 48 Laws of Power, or any other book that I feel like reading. So, y'all stay tuned for that. We got a lot of videos coming. We ain't gonna stop. Let's get it. Peace out, y'all.